And we're in. This may be the second stab at episode
45.
45. Okay, let's try that again. Lockhart, go intro, quick.
Well, welcome back to session 45 of Shattered Star. We totally haven't taken a year off between this one and the last session.
Yeah, it's just been 5-10 minutes.
I am Lockhart, the GM, also playing Alex Dustan, the archaeologist cohort of Damiir. To my right, we have Thing, who is playing Gorem, the orc fighter. To his right, we have Heather, who is playing Lady not yet announced in the campaign.
A character, I like that.
Ooh, a lady.
She's a lady, that's good. That's good to know.
I'm a lady, thank you.
Yeah, well, you're like a weird, creepy witch.
Covered in leeches.
Oh yeah, you have leeches.
Tieflings are beautiful, man.
You have leeches stuck to your face.
Don't be hating on the tieflings.
That's just because you like a little tail.
To Heather's right, we have Lindsay, who is playing the lovely and clever Juniper Shade.
But terribly creepy.
With her familiar Dyson, the dust method.
I forgot about that.
Such a good laugh. To Lindsay's right, we have Hal, who is playing Damiir Greycastle, the human oracle of battle, blessed by Caden Kaling, who is totally not creepy by the fact that there's sounds and things move around him when he's not looking.
That's not me. That's a ghost that hangs out with me because I'm so awesome.
It could be you. Anyway, after doing things in the Dark Forest, like killing the Dark Rider, removing the Shard of Gluttony, causing the realm to begin collapsing, getting cursed, killing Callborn, plane shifting.
We destroyed a legend and a plane.
That's right.
They plane shifted back to the material realm.
Before breakfast.
Ended up in the middle, supposedly, of the Starville Plateau, and have spent the last 5 days attempting to remove the curse of the living death that is on Juniper and Alex, and trying to find a way back to civilization. Currently, they have found their way to a little river valley where they have discovered civilization in the form of 4 riders from the Sun Clan of Shawanti who are none too impressed to see an orc and those of Taldan or Cheliak's descent or potentially undead with him, and are kind of beginning to charge towards as they draw their claws or ranged weapons. I haven't quite decided yet. It's not their initiative, though I should probably roll that.
Yes, and hopefully now the audio will maintain and keep going and everyone will be happy. And it will not crap out. It will not crap out. We had like 20 minutes of recording, when it crapped out.
And all that awesome roleplay.
I know, it was the best role-playing ever. Take that, Will Wheaton.
Yeah. I was finally able to do an accent.
Eh?
Yeah, I'll never be able to do that again.
I know, right?
Right.
So impressive.
And I actually roleplayed briefly.
So impressive.
I don't think I can do it again.
No, we've pulled something. It's just going to be straight talk from here on out.
I roll a 4, does that do?
This guy's got a name, that's not fair.
He's could have added his token.
And he's faster than me, that's terrible, Lockhart.
I do like how studious and awesome I look with 2 bookcases and a dress form behind me now.
and you're like professionally lit, unlike the rest of us who are sat in the dark.
I told you, Lindsay, you have this professional vidcast-looking background going for you.
I know, it's very good.
Because I am the only one of the 5 of us who's been on actual television recently.
That's actually true.
Nope, that won't work.
Yay!
Ah, dude, why you attack me so? Alright, we're waiting for it.
Okay, so the apparent leader, let's see, is going to ride his mount forward as he draws a longbow for now.
He sucks.
Cheaters.
That's right, tell them thing, you tell them, cheaters.
Are you going to quote him in his language again, Lockhart?
Block, block, haflak, dock, block, haflak, kapla!
He
King
points
on,
towards
Officer
the party and says, Shamek, Akstovel, Rel Abesk.
We made up a goddamn language and we can't understand this guy. That's pretty terrible.
I don't make up the language.
No,
You
we made up our own language.
I make up very, very little. I just pull from other resources and put it together.
That was the last party that made up the language.
True, last part.
Oh yeah. But we're possessed by those guys.
Ooh.
Oh, this is actually a big map. Didn't realize.
Yeah, it's a huge map, dude.
So he's technically taking a bit of a penalty on this.
Maybe I should use my bow. No, that'd never work.
All right. So an arrow is going to shoot towards Gorem. 21.
Ouch.
That sounds like a miss for a flat-footed shot. Gorem's AC is pretty
all
high.
armor.
Or actually, your AC isn't that high, is it?
It's
Does that hit you? It might.
flat-footed is 22.
Oh, it just barely misses. Okay.
Look. I think your flat-footed's higher than mine.
All right. And next we have Damiir.
Hi, how's it going? Do I get I'm guessing the impression by the fact that he's attacked me, that they're going to attack me, right? Oh no, that's a lie. My flat-footed is 28.
Too bad you no longer know how to deflect arrows.
I know, that would have been great. That would have been awesome. Now I've just got to, like, use stuff. I'm trying to figure out what I own now, Lockhart.
You're trying to figure out what you own.
I've got so many things, you know.
They do look aggressive, and the Sun Clan is kind of had the short end of the stick. Their lands are right beside the hold of Belkson, which is the whole Orc tribal lands.
Right.
So they constantly fight them, and theirs was, of course, the closest land to when Cheliax and Talon started entering, where they had huge battles and massacres from Cheliax, who basically pushed them out of the fertile greenlands to the south and pushed them onto the Storval Plateau.
Poor things,
So-
really poor things.
They hold
Technically,
very
I'm a
little...
dwarven plate.
What?
Technically, I'm a
All
dwarven plate.
all
They
that
should have no
means is
idea I'm
that
half
you've
orc.
attacked and stolen from dwarves.
Okay. I have so many things that I can do, and I'm totally not played this character in too long. Oh, it's terrible. They're going to kill me, and they're going to find my animate dead scroll, and they're going to be like, that guy was a necromancer. It's just going to be so bad. So
You were
bad.
completely justified in killing this party of
Yeah,
adventurers.
what a bastard they're going to say. They're going to be like, geez, that sucks so hard. Let me
You
see.
got 2 shards
We-
with powers.
We helped prevent this orc scout from getting a powerful necromancer to the tribes.
That's right. And we're like, what? What now, what?
Clearly, we need to be on better scouting things to find more of these little orc escort missions of powerful spellcasters.
Powerful spell. We're so powerful. Feel our power. Grrr. Trying to think of what to do. I don't want to know. Oh. I don't want to know what to do.
Wind wall, you know.
Wind wall. Can I cast wind wall?
That doesn't sound like a spell you have. But it
A
could be
fire.
wrong.
A wall of fire. If you want me to do that. Apparently they're good. Apparently they're good at riding through it, though.
Yeah.
It's,
The arrows
it's,
might
it's
not be.
something they kind of do.
Something they kind of do. Ooh. I'm thinking on it. I think we might need to get illusion-y and scare the crap out of them.
That's where you do the wall of fire and the wall of stone right behind it.
The basic rite of passage for the
Mhm.
Sun Clan.
Mm-hmm.
The burn run.
That's nothing.
While there are several variations among Sklarqua tribes, it is most common form a brave must outrace a wildfire, bolting for the shelter of a river or fire break before he is overcome by smoke and consumed by the flames. They're pretty comfortable with fire when they get to this level of burn riders.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I mean, it's certainly a thing you could do, but
Well, I'm trying. I don't want to do wall of fire. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking we need to summon some kind of creature thing. What kind of creature do you think we need?
An ostrich.
Something something terrifying.
An
you
ostrich.
can always start summoning and get back to your turn.
Emus are pretty
That
intimidating.
depends on what spell I use.
Do you have a standard action summon?
Maybe.
They're all full rounds generally.
Major image.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm thinking major image.
T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Anaconda.
Anaconda.
Oh wait, I've got my new snake book. Did I show you my snake book, Hal? I did, didn't I?
You showed me your snake book.
Look,
yes, that was
look,
the one you purchased your snake book.
Ooh.
It's-
Noodles.
Your snakes, they're so cute.
Lindsay has a snake book.
Look how many snakes it has. I can tell you all about snakes.
It has a lot of snakes.
You probably don't want to be bitten by
Any of those snakes at all.
any of them. Anyone that's red that touches the yellow.
Yeah, that would be bad.
The
Red and yellow kills a fellow. This has been your public service announcement from Lindsay. Thank you.
black
Good.
asses are
I
pretty.
like that. It's good. Now everybody knows about snakes.
Red and black is friends with Jack. Red and yellow kill a
I
fellow.
thought it was red and black poison lack.
Oh, that's it. But it's like this bit here. If the red on these ones touches the yellow, it's bad. If it touches the black, it's fine. There you go.
So, I'm having a quick conversation with my party who seem to be ignoring me and talking about snakes.
They're rushing towards you.
Yeah?
Sorry.
I'm trying to find a monster I will know that I can pretend to summon but actually create a major image of.
Oh,
I
there's
suppose
that
I
big
could cheat
crescent we
and-
saw.
The problem with that is that I need something that's intimidating enough that it's solid and scary, but I need to know it well enough that I can actually summon it
I
accurately.
could cheat a little and mention that the legend of the Black Rider exists amongst the Shoanti as well.
We've seen that guy.
You're wearing his armor.
That's true, I am wearing his armor. So...
Be the headless rider, Hal.
Made my head vanish. I guess we could technically summon him. Can he? I suppose he could appear out of nowhere, couldn't he?
A Texas coral snake.
It might be. He does kind of tend to ride, literally, so.
I guess he could ride out of the sky, though, couldn't he?
Or a water moccasin.
That'll.
Or a mouse.
Or a western pygmy rattlesnake.
Could be a giant snake.
It's getting that way that it may well be a giant snake.
Hey, they've been finding cottonmouths in our subdivision.
Oh, maybe it could be a Groot slang. It's part snake, right?
Of course, you might want to choose something where they'll attempt to avoid instead. Sudden fire tornado.
A Gorem?
They'll run straight through, you mean?
A snake that is on fire. And covered in blueberries.
Medusa!
Jeez.
I think it's got to be big enough that they can see it from where they are.
I mean, you can make pretty big things with major image. Or what image do you have? Do you have the shard
We
that
have-
does major
Yeah,
image?
I have the shard of pride in my hand, or on my head, or whatever the hell it is. It's major image for the shard of pride.
Dragon.
So, caster level 11,
Yes.
you can make a pretty big image.
Or is it the caster level of the
Visual-
shard?
Figment, no, it's based on your caster level. Visual figment that cannot extend beyond 4 10-foot cubes plus 1 10-foot cube per level. So it can be pretty darn big.
Yeah, it can be very large, and it's sound, smell, and thermal for major image, so it looks very much. And while I concentrate, I can move it within the range, which is 400 feet per level, or
Or you
whatever the
just
hell
make
it
a
is.
fortress around us.
Yeah, well, that doesn't look like a thing that would ever happen. It has to be something that we could actually do, that would be actually...
Well, I mean, the thing is basically, you have to understand, with any illusion, depending on how brave they are, it might only last a round or two, because if they interact with it, it's going to be pretty hard.
Yeah, well,
And
that's
they
the
get
point,
the
is to
will
make
saves.
something horribly terrifying that they're going to be scared of.
Yeah, these totally aren't the elite brave riders of the Shoanti, but the question you could ask, what would be something that would make you party of adventurers turn tail and run then?
Exactly.
Beholder?
A cow, actually. I'm not
Anyway,
really a fan of cows.
Either gotta figure something out, or
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem.
you don't have minutes in combat to do this.
I know, but, my brain's faster than my ability to search the internet for monsters.
Sometimes, pal. Sometimes.
It's literally 6
Sometimes.
seconds, Al.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd be like, oh, I'll summon a frog, and there it would appear. But, I don't know.
But
Yes.
how?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Choose a thing.
I don't know what things there are. There are too
Flame
many
skull.
things. Flame
You could just
skull.
make a thing up, but just
Well, like
choose
we
a
did,
thing.
like we did with the that other thing,
A velocipotamus.
Ragamuff.
the frog homoth, not a velociraptor.
technically another party, but
don't know. Let's summon a. I don't know. I'll start to look like I'm summoning something.
Okay.
Because it has
Is
to.
that-
They may be spellcasters. They mean no summonings aren't instantaneous.
It's
So
possible.
I will begin to go through the process of summoning something. I will go through the words of I actually have summon monster 6, I believe. No, Lindsay does. But I know how to summon monsters. I'll make the wiggly hat gestures.
I have a book.
What?
Do I have a book?
And then at the end of my, like at the start of my next turn or the end of this round or whatever, I'll use the actual thing.
Okay.
And
Lindsay?
and by then I'll have decided what it's going to be, Lockhart.
Okay.
Maybe.
Juniper.
Yes.
There are 4 Shawanti riders heading the way of the party.
Are they in shooting range?
They're pretty close. What were you thinking of shooting?
One of my arrows?
There's what kind of bow do you have, or crossbow?
A really big, far shooting bow?
Is it a light crossbow?
That is if you want it to be.
If it's a light crossbow, you would be taking a -4 penalties to shots at this range.
You've not got any spells or anything you can get going.
Hang on. Okay, you're gonna have to bear with me because this is all gonna take a while for me to.
No.
I'll save you a moment of looking. Probably none of your hexes will work at this distance.
Okay.
Unless she's bolstering us.
Yes. Hexes are typically within 30 feet, typically.
Can I cast anything like black tentacles or
You could cast Black Tentacles.
volcanic storm?
Those are spells you have.
Wait, black tentacles. Let's get them tied up in some of them shit.
Let's
The
see.
range.
That
It's
is a
just
good,
like
that's a
playing
good
Japanese
range.
anime.
This is a good range.
It's so within 110 feet. So I'm just going to show you. So can you or 210 feet? You could either put it in a place where you don't want them heading, or you could center it on their leader. You can't quite reach the others with it.
Or you could wait till they charge in and then drop it on them.
Yeah, can I wait and take
Yep.
my turn when they're close enough for me to do it?
Yeah.
'Cause I would like to do it to get the ultimate number of people.
So we'll delay after the Shawanti riders.
Be nice. Their horse is all tangled and they go flying off face first into tentacles.
Ha 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 ha.
All right. So these guys, what are they doing? So they all look like they are. They all look like they are casting spells themselves. And
No.
Maybe they just talk with their hands.
That's true. But they're like,
you can make
They're
spellcraft
Italians.
checks if you want to see what they're casting.
what? What kind of checks?
Spellcraft
Spellcasting?
checks.
Can we see that fur?
They can see you.
Alright, fair.
You can
It's
see
only a
them.
couple hundred feet.
Where's my character gone?
And again, it's not that bad visibility wise, and some of you have pretty high perceptions.
By perception, just not spellcraft.
Skills. Do I have spellcraft good or not? Do I have it at all? Oh, I do. I'm rolling it. Boom. 23.
You believe most of them are casting bark skin on themselves.
Bark skin.
That's because they're frightened.
They
What are they, druids or something?
What's the climate here, Lockhart? Is it cold or temperate or warm?
Desert, hot,
Is it hot?
hot, yes.
Thank you. There is no hot. I'll go with warm.
It's not I don't know what you call it. Arid. No.
Arid, probably.
Arid is more of a measure of water, though, isn't it?
Is it Texas or is it Florida?
Texas.
And it's arid.
Then it's
Tex-
humid and horrible.
Well, there's the dry part of Texas, and then there's the next to the ocean Texas. So,
Built on a swamp, Texas. Yeah,
Swamp
that's where
Texas,
we are.
but you know, I'm going to guess that these are more of the plains people, so I'm going to assume they're in the dry section.
So with their movement, yes, it goes back to Juniper, and yes, they there's one guy who's a bit far off. Black Tentacles has a good range, and it is a 20-foot radius spread. So let's just get that drawn out for you. What color do? Well, I guess we can leave it black, can't we? Now, how do I make circles again? Is it shift?
I don't remember.
No, I don't like that. I draw shape. Shift. No. No. There we go.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a 20-foot radius, I believe.
We will trust you this time.
Not bad.
So, yeah, generally, where would you like that circle to be? And you can't. And again, we got the arrow on here. So, oh, did I not measure that right before?
What?
I guess you can't get any of them. So yeah, so you have to center it within 210 feet.
So I can get them all then.
You can choose to target any of them, but you can't. I don't think you can quite get all of them.
They've spread out a bit.
Okay.
Probably get 3.
Yeah, if I'm like here, I can get these 3, right?
Let's take a look. Let's just center it and see what we can do.
I think we can get them if we wiggle it. Yeah,
Is that?
yeah.
Oh,
I think you're
Oh,
good.
yeah. How's about that? That seems to get all of them solidly.
Yep. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Black tentacles appear out of the ground and begin wrapping around the horses.
Don't I have to press this button next to black tentacles?
No, that just tells you the description of the thing.
Actually, she does. It makes a combat maneuver check. Did you know
Oh.
that then, Hal?
No, it's not added. I was just putting the text in.
I just pressed it.
We see that.
That's
Well-
amazing.
They're
So
also in anime schoolgirl outfits.
you will need to make a CMB check for the tentacles. The CMB uses a cast level as a base attack bonus and receive a +4 due to strength and +1 size. So it'll be a 1d20 plus 16. And I'm going to say, because horses are large, that right now it's really only targeting the horses, because they're riding on top of them.
Well, I got 30.
30.
Ooh.
No, Trey, no! Don't die, Trey!
Betray you.
That will indeed grapple the horses. Does these do damage? If they succeed, the foe takes 1d6 plus 4 points of damage and begins the grappled condition. Okay, so I guess we'll just do it all at once. Roll 1d6 plus 4.
1d6 plus 4.
Yeah, this is the damage each mount takes.
Five.
Okay. Horses whinny and snort. as they take damage.
Did they go flying off their horses because they've just come to a screeching halt?
No. They're
Probably
pretty
don't use proper
pretty
saddle.
good fighters. All right, and with that, Juniper is gone. It is Alex's turn. Alex is probably, let's see, put a heroism on someone. Probably starts her luck up. Casts, I think, a heroism on, who do we want? Gorem? Damiir?
Gorem's going to be charging in, no doubt.
Gorem seems good. So yes, there will be a heroism. cast on Gorem. Where's yours? Actually, you know what? Haste. Haste is much better.
Yeah.
We'll get a haste going, so everyone gets hasted.
Hooray for haste.
So, put that there. So, everyone gets a +1 bonus on attack rolls, +1 dodge bonus to AC and reflex saves.
Ooh, can we add that to our characters somewhere now, Lockhart?
If you can remember to do it, you can certainly add it to the base thing and it'll go in. You
Or
just
is there no way to just add bonuses on the front screen? I thought there was a bonusy place.
No, that was the 5th edition sheets that had it. Will this take more than 9 rounds? I don't think so. I won't add the timer to there.
You'll have us killed in much less time than that.
Movement increases by 30 feet.
Zoom.
Which is part of the reason that it's good to cast this. And of course, on a full attack, you get an extra attack.
Cool. Feel my power.
And with that, Gorem is up next.
I guess I will start charging at the one that's out of tentacles.
So let's see.
Hello?
My bad.
Not charging because I can't reach there, but
Well, actually, like, what is your speed? Actually,
No.
30.
True. That might be a bit too far. So, how are you taking a single or double move?
Well, I get 30 extra feet from that, so I could go 60 on a single move. I'm going to do that and plant myself because I figure he's going to be moving a good distance.
Okay. So yeah, move yourself your 60 feet. Could be like there.
Good.
And then are you readying an attack or something then?
Yeah, I'll be readying my falchion.
Okay, are you just readying an attack or are you readying against a charge?
I'll ready against a charge, I guess. Hoping to
Okay.
do that. Oh, and I'm probably actually healed, aren't I? Since we've been.
Yes. People should be fully healed at this point. All right. The leader is going to try to command his mount to escape from the tentacles. So let's see here. What's the CMD going to be then? So it needs to be a 26. Plus.
There's a lot of text on that screen right now.
22.
There's a lot of text. And it does not succeed.
Wah,
So
wah,
I
wah.
suppose that's their standard, isn't it?
They choose to stay there and get crushed to death.
You went all metallic on me there, thing.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, I'd like to be honest. I mean, it's kind of difficult for them to do anything else. They're not really going to wade down into the tentacles themselves at this point.
I think they should look up.
Yeah, but they're not. They like their horses.
They're not going to do that.
Damiir.
Okay, I complete casting my spell, and the ground, I guess, let's say, these trees.
Actually, sorry.
But
My apologies. He should still get his ranged attack. He has a bow.
yeah, he does. Okay.
So he will still take 2 attacks.
Unless commanding his horse was a standard
No.
movement.
No.
What? Oh, it's his horse's action.
It's his horse's action.
Okay.
Stupid trained horses.
Gorem is still a little bit out. So let's see here. That'll be a 6. 7. Why did that work?
That's a pretty good to hit. Twice. It's because your last bracket is a Yeah, your first one you didn't close your bracket, and your second one you have a curly bracket.
Boy, that pen's like that. That doesn't matter. So the 30, I'm pretty sure is going to hit Gorem.
Well, you'd think so, but yeah.
Gorem the Invincible. I love how Gorem's run off, and the rest of us are just stood in the back.
Well, I do have a mighty composite longbow, but you know, I'm a tight end fighter.
7 points, so you have DR3?
Yeah.
4 points to Gorem. Now it's Damir's turn.
Hooray! Hooray for Damiir and his
What do you-
awesomeness.
What are you summoning?
So, what if I got like it's like 400 feet, isn't it? Something ridiculous that I can summon it.
It is pretty significant.
Yeah, it's hugely ridiculous for major image. But I'm going to summon it our side, not theirs, so it looks like we're summoning it. So, I guess just behind Gorem, maybe about here. In and amongst the scrubbery. Can they see that pretty well?
Yeah, that's grass. That's not trees.
Okay. The ground kind of rises and bursts open, and a large blue lizard head bursts forth, and a blue dragon jumps into the sky.
Nice.
Crackling with electricity and looking most angry. We're not going to go for ancient, we're going to go for maybe old, so it looks angry without looking ridiculous. The most believable.
So how big is that?
I don't know, gargantuan, I think? Old is gargantuan.
Is that 5 by 5 then?
I think so. Can I fill that? I think I can do that.
Um,
Can I make a monster that large?
You can do 11.
10. Yeah, that should be fine.
Hmm.
Because 4 10-foot cubes plus 1, so 15 10-foot cubes. That should be more than enough.
He can be thin in bits if he needs to be. He'll be hollow. So, yeah.
So he can fly.
Yeah, well, he also burrows, which is where he jumps into the sky. So he, like, bursts out of the ground in a grand entrance with rocks flying around because I'm controlling the image.
So how high does it fly?
It lifts off the ground maybe 40 feet, maybe.
So here's where I have to say suddenly there's no longer a hole in the ground.
Oh, yeah, he's going to stay close to the ground then.
Have to be quite close, but yes.
Yes, he's close to the ground. Maybe he just kind of intimidatingly crawls out of the hole and flaps his wings angrily and looks like he's covered in lightning, because they do, don't they?
They do.
They have a lightning aura, I believe.
This one does.
Yes. And it roars loudly and intimidatingly.
Hmm.
Figured it's recognizable enough, and it's a plains creature. Do they look?
Alright.
Do they look mildly intimidated?
Possibly.
Good. Pulls out his orb of dragonkind.
At the same time, of course, they
A challenge.
might be indeed. This is
Or,
something
I
else.
guess, like, do they look intimidated, or do they have enormous erections right now?
Their attention is clearly on the dragon.
Good.
What languages do I speak?
Not
So-
Shawanti.
The Shawanti riders in.
I need to get tongues real bad,
Are we all?
That's what she said.
right?
Oh, I speak Abyssal. They speak Abyssal.
I'm sure they don't. Please don't speak Abyssal at them. It's only going to make things worse.
This CMD check is for the one on the left of the tentacles. He does not succeed, and the other rider does not succeed. Their javelins are not going to be thrown from this distance because those would just be real bad. But they do nevertheless hold one in hand and kind of keep it ready as they watch the dragon. Because they can't really escape even if they want to.
Good. I'm going to feed my dragon to them. No, they're going to feed my dragon. Ah.
Let's see here. Is that even close enough? Oh, I want it to be so close.
I wanted to be too.
You're trying to shoot Gorem.
Well,
Charge.
Or old
yeah.
Gorem.
As soon as I readied for a charge, they should have to, charge. They should have to charge me.
That's the rules, right?
Unfortunately, no. You're just like 5 feet off. He cannot charge you.
Oh,
Hey,
come
Linz,
on.
Linz, do you have Summon Monster 6?
What kind of crappy mount does he have? I thought these were good horses they could goad into extra.
Yes.
You could summon an elephant.
Why would I want to do
Or
that?
more importantly, a huge elemental.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there as
I was going to mention if summon spells are good, but might just have to work with Lindsay to make a few ready-to-go ones with in-depth cards and stuff at her hand, so there's not a big 5-minute gap when the spell is to be used.
True. But huge elemental, I believe, has stats on the SRD.
Yes. But
Oh,
still, they're looking up and deciding and stuff.
Yes.
Which elemental? There's only about 8 of them.
Gravity elementals. Mud elementals. Time elementals. Oh, they don't come in large.
So let's see. Well, he's closer now. He's going to try and throw a javelin at the dragon.
It's a bit mean.
So
What, thinks the dragon's a bigger threat than me?
yeah, kind of.
Poor decision making, that will cost them.
Grah, says the dragon.
So as long as he kind of really gets like a 10, basically if he
probably-
doesn't roll a 1, he's going to hit the dragon, so to speak.
CSC's pretty high.
Your illusion doesn't have the AC of a dragon.
Well, no, but I mean, surely him throwing a javelin then comes into the area of my major image, so it does whatever the hell I want it to do.
No, it's now interacting with it.
Oh.
You get an attempt to have it react accordingly, but he gets a will save now. So, he'll get his will save, which is not great, admittedly. But yes. Uh, 20. DC if that's going to be.
What does he need? What's it based on?
Good thing I have that first book here.
Yeah, what's it based on, dude?
It's probably going to be based on like half your level or something, plus the spell level.
Is it not my save DC?
Well, what do you mean your save DC? Do you have a caster stat?
I guess.
I guess you do have a caster stat, but it would still function for people without one.
Yeah.
Let's see, where are those shards? Activating. Unite, no. Caster level. All spells. All spells manifest. I guess unfortunately the DC is going to be low if it goes standard.
Really?
Because then it kind of assumes the basic stat needed to cast that spell. So that would be a casting stat of like 15 or 13 even.
That's kind of crappy, dude. For something that's artifact level.
It's a broken artifact.
Right.
Suggestion once. I mean, because yeah, they affect caster level, but caster level doesn't affect DCs. So yeah, level 3 spell would mean a minimum of 13. So it would be a DC 14 to save.
That's awful.
And I am not seeing anything that would suggest otherwise. Setting the caster level as equal to the owner's hit dice. Yeah.
That sucks.
Because, I mean, yeah, as otherwise, what stat would it use? Because it would be different for different people.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sails through, but he blinks and shouts something in Shawanti to the others.
Huh.
It's a phase dragon.
That's right. Watch it phasing in and out.
The tentacles are also probably an illusion. Disbelieve in them.
Yeah,
So
right.
they have the knowledge. So they're prompt, so they can get a prompt. Well, I guess yeah, they have to interact with it.
They get a +4, don't they, to their save?
They still have to interact with it. So at the very least, it serves as like cover for them. You can still use it to block their line of sight and stuff. Because they can't see through it. He can.
I'm gonna guess. Is it my go? Yeah.
It is your turn.
Okay.
So I'll need you to start the round by making a d20 plus 16 to see if you. Sorry, d20 plus 21 to see if you remain on the horse.
1d what? Sorry.
1d20 plus 21. They remain grappled, so you get a +5 bonus. So it's. And you continue to grapple them for 1d6 plus 4 damage to the horses.
Woo!
Grapple the hell
Sorry,
out.
Actually,
horses.
you know what? I think I.
Don't
I
those
just
reach up
checked.
pretty vertical?
Hmm?
I thought they reached up pretty high.
I don't think so.
I'm coming, Rube. Hang on. So what can I do to them now? Shall I do like a fire thing? Are they really scary as a threat, or am I going to waste things if I do too much?
It could be scary as a threat.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, for the record, Black Tentacles just says 20-foot radius spread, and it does not really give a reach for them. So, yeah. It doesn't give a height, so as far as I know, they would just be... If you're on top of something, you're on top of something.
The pictures make them look pretty long and reachy.
It's true.
But still, reaching on top of a horse, which
I would say it reaches up inside a normal square, so I'd say they probably go up 5 feet, enough to kind of grapple a person successfully.
But again, these guys would essentially be 10 feet up.
Yeah, as I say, they're on top of
10
an
feet.
animal, so they're
10
probably
feet.
fine.
How
But
tall
maybe
are
them
they?
like wrapped around their feet, but they're not going to be like pulled from horseback
The back of a horse is not 10 feet.
until the horse collapses.
They're in the 10-foot the 10-foot square as opposed to being on the 5-foot square.
They're above the 5-foot square, basically, is what he's saying.
Okay.
The tentacles might be caressing their legs and stuff, but they don't quite have enough reach and power to pull them down.
Stealing the boots.
I'm not going to do this because this might seem reaching as a GM, but there's a thing that they should be doing because CMB checks are attack rolls. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. Sorry, Lindsay, did you make 1d6 plus 4 for the damage?
Nope.
It's Lindsay, it's just going to be a 10.
All right, another little bit for them as the horses continue to whinny, and yes, you have a turn.
Should I summon a monster, Hal?
It's up to you, sweetie. What else have you got?
I've
What's the range on Volcanic Storm or whatever you've got?
I've got lots of lightning bolts. Will
Lightning bolts
will
may
they
not
reach
be long enough. They're only like 100 feet, and you're about 200 away.
Oh, okay. What kind of things?
Volcanic Storm, however,
Does it,
Okay. Yeah, I think that's quite long, isn't it?
does it have a decent range?
it does have a long range. It is, yeah. You can do another. You can hit those 3 again if you want, easily.
With a
Yeah.
Volcanic Storm.
Let's
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, screw those guys over real good.
It's no
Three
kill like
guys.
overkill.
Press the
Sorry.
button, press the button.
So what do I do? Let's see.
Boom! Pals of text.
Hang on.
We might get
Fire
One mount.
Storm is a 4. Level 4. That's Black Tentacles. Volcanic Storm.
Boom.
Pow.
That is kapow. Chunks of
Did you
hot
add-
volcanic.
Did you add the text for difficult terrain to this too?
Just in
You're,
case.
you're deliberately making these huge walls of text.
Just in case.
And you didn't even macro the dice.
I know, I need to go back and do that for everybody. I was busy getting the text in, but I'll go back and macro all the dice.
So, Lindsay, I need you to roll me a total of 5d6 because I don't think it matters. Yeah. 5d6 for damage.
For the rocks and the flame.
Did I just make that box come up?
Yeah, that's what volcanic thingy does. What?
Roll 5d.
Why did I see rolling 1d6, but no names?
Because it's still under Lindsay.
Oh, well, yeah, very good.
So that'll be 14 damage to them and their mounts as they're kind of pelted.
Assume these aren't like heavy war horses.
They're pretty decent horses.
La 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 la. So do I need to do anything else?
No, that's your turn,
Okay.
Alex.
I'm gonna go and see what the dog wants, Hal.
Okay, sweet. Probably wants a din-dins.
Yeah, I'll see what I can get. I'll fob her off.
Fob her off.
Since Damiir seems to be playing the role of a caster this combat, Alex will cast Heroism on herself and basically walk down to be nearby Gorem. Because someone has to be nearby to heal him if he gets hurt.
True.
You shoot like me.
Heroism. 2. Okay. For reference. See, look at the nice petite.
Look how nice and neat they are, Lockhart. Where's the fun in that? Boom! 5,000 feet.
Alright, and she will run ahead to be beside Gorem. And then it's Gorem's turn. Oh, actually, sorry, hang on a second.
Mm.
Did I? No, I did do that. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, is he in charging range?
Yes. Gorem. He probably will be within your charging range. Because you're charging... Yes, he is within your charging range.
I guess then I'm charging.
Alright.
Ah!
Was that the charging noise?
Silently charging.
Gorem charges up. Are you hitting the horse or the rider?
The rider, because I kind of hope to get the horse.
Okay.
And, overhand chopping.
Yeah. Make
that.
your attack roll.
Is the single attack?
I suppose. I'm
Assume so.
not sure. This would be a single attack, yes.
Okay.
You're +1 for haste.
Is this an overhand chop?
Yeah, so that'd be a 40 with the +1.
Hits with a crit threat.
Carves the horse in half.
And that'd be 45 or 46 to confirm.
Yes, that will confirm.
Jesus.
How are
Let's
you
see.
getting +6 added to that? Oh, I see.
Six is my strength.
That's your confirmed critical.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do a whole whack ton of damage then.
Maybe.
Yeah, hit 1 power attack. I don't have a crit macro for this one. Oh,
Is that a damage roll?
No,
That-
it's not a damage roll.
sorry, not wrong. Damage faction, 1 crit. There, okay, here we go. Full attack. Vappa. Oh, jeez. I gotta get into the full list of macros here.
How many macros do you have?
Like 8 for the attacks.
I remember when I was playing Marcus, it got a little bit silly once you started getting there.
Yeah.
With all
damage-
the things you can do as a two-handed fighter.
I need to have a sit down with you thing and get your macros sorted, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
some things you just need to add notes to.
Okay, this should be it.
64
Plus 52. 52.
That seems about right.
Crap. What's the 52 from?
That would be twice his damage modifier. So assuming power... Well, you did... Did you do 46 with power attack? No, whatever, doesn't matter. I assume that's power attack damage added in there.
Yeah, power attack and
Because it'll be strength either twice or just times and a half.
twice.
So what's your strength? 8?
My strength is +6.
So that's 12 there. The weapon enchantment bonus is another +2. Power attack is going to be, what's it now?
+6, I think.
No, it'll be more than +6. It'll be like +12, +24.
Okay, yeah.
No. +9, +18. So is that 14 plus 18 is 32. Not sure where the 20's coming from.
Let me get my sheet out here. So let's see. I've got I have +9 from the power attack, +2 from weapon specialization.
Yeah.
2d4 on the vital strike. That's +2 from weapon training.
Wait. You're not vital striking. You can't vital strike on a charge.
Oh, sorry, not vital strike. Yeah. Well, it's single attack only on vital strike. Yeah. Never mind.
So technically, that should be 2d4 less.
Yeah. Sorry. I gotta rework these things again. Jeez.
Actually, sorry, I undercut your strength bonus. So his strength mod is
+6.
+6, and I think you double it on a single attack now.
Yeah, I double it on a single attack.
So it's 12 critted. That's 24 there.
Yeah.
18 from power attack, so that's 42. And
Right.
then I'm sure he has a miscellaneous 5 damage in there, which doubles to 50.
Yeah, I've got like the +2 weapon specialization, +2 from weapon training.
There you go, and then +1 weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is 52.
Wow.
So, but yeah, I need to knock off 4 damage from, so that's only 67 because that shouldn't have that extra 2d4 in there.
Yeah. And 5 of that apparently is acid.
Nice.
If that matters.
Doesn't it burst on a crit?
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
the,
the D10
the
is.
Or
4.
did it burst? Oh, that's the D10.
The
Yes.
D6 and the D10.
So it's a strong hit, but the rider is still on his mount.
Wow.
Well, but now you might have respect.
So,
Right.
Corpse Emberskin, first of all, attempts his mount to escape the black tentacles. What is this now again? This is a...
Oh, the named one's in the tentacles. Nice.
You're just on a monkey.
That's not good. He's going to take his attacks at Gorem with the bow.
Through his mate.
Yes. So what is this now? This will be 14. 12. He is not the greatest bowman.
I appreciate that.
Damiir.
Yeah, Damir's annoyed that things seen through his illusion. From this awesome artifact
You
of...
have no idea that. You don't speak their language.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'll move forward and move the dragon forward too.
Okay.
What's its range? It's like 400 feet from me or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's 400 plus. It's yeah. You anywhere.
Well,
on the
it's
map.
well within the battlefield, right?
Well within the battlefield.
Can I control it, or have you got it?
I think I have it because I just added on there. Do
Okay,
you want
and
to control it?
In that case, let's fly it down to be near the guy that's near Gorem, I guess.
You now have control.
Thanks. Let's fly it this way. I guess. Let's put him kinda here. Actually, let's put him... Actually flies around the back and positions himself kind of between his mates and this guy. And so they can't really see what's going on through it. And then we'll have it look like it's biting and clawing at him.
It is difficult, yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to position because it's a square. And I will walk. How can I'm concentrating on that thing? How fast can I walk? What's the limits?
You can take a move action.
And my move is standard at... I think I'm standard at 20 at this point with that heavy armor on, aren't I?
You're hasted.
So I get
50.
50. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll get down by Alex. How's that?
You probably should be a little bit back, because Alex moved 60 feet to get
Oh, okay, fair enough. I will move back
so
a
it should be
couple.
more like there.
Yes, I'll put him there. Okay, good enough.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We have the riders in the black tentacles, who attempt their mounts to escape. Come on, someone's got to roll 20 eventually. That's not a high enough. SB 26, as I recall.
Because she rolled real good.
They're poor mounts.
Poor things.
And then they got some javelins going on here. So they are going to attempt javelins against the dragon,
Mm.
and they pretty much can't miss it at this point.
No. Apparently the AC of the Figment is 10 plus or minus its size mod.
Oh, you actually found the AC of Figments? Wow.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's going to be like a 6, possibly a 5,
I suppose, I guess technically I should roll a d20 just see if they get a 1.
just in case they balls up.
Nope. They do not get 1s.
And they get a plus 4 if that guy told them it was a Figment.
Yes. So this fellow, 14, which I think we said was the DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Not that you know this, but
But the Figments don't vanish. They remain there hazily in the air once you disbelieve them.
yes, but they no longer provide cover or block
Right.
sight or anything,
Yes.
because they still have to be able to see them to point to the fact and say that's an illusion.
Right.
Now they should think that the tentacles are illusions and try and disbelieve them.
Yeah, they should spend rounds doing that.
Well, no,
Don't do that.
disbelief is kind of automatic. Something happens and it's like that's not right, and oh, that's why.
Those tentacles reaching up there is not right.
And we're back to Juniper.
Do something good, Juniper.
Volcanic storm again.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. I didn't take the most important action. The one rider that can actually move.
Oh yeah, the guy that's fighting Thing.
So if I killed his mount, he would stop, but
We could do with those.
yeah.
Okay, so
Am I in range for lightning bolt yet?
You'd have to move.
Okay.
and sorry, I just need to take a turn here before. So with his claw, he's so he draws what appears to be the small shield, basically made of some creature's large skull that has a blade protruding from the front of it. And is basically going to take a strike at Gorem. And Gorem counts as an orc.
Sorry, Gorem.
So favorite enemy bonus.
And I'm just going to check to see if he can make a full attack and still move, because he is riding. I think he might be able to do that. Control mount. Fight with a combat. You can still make your own attacks. Use his free action. Fight. You can direct attack in battle. You can still make your own attack or attacks normally. So can you do that automatically? He can kind of do that automatically. Oh no, it takes a roll.
What?
So let's see if he can take his attacks and then still move his mount afterwards. He can. He gets a 25 on his ride check. So he will strike twice at Gorem with the... let's see here. Yes. Oh, that's a 22. That's not great at all. An 18. Wow, those are some low rolls.
You forget Gorem has that luck aura around him.
Luck of the stupid.
No. So yes, a 22 and 18 will miss. And I suppose here's the thing: the mount moves. The mount provokes attack of opportunity.
Really?
I guess so.
Or does he provoke it on the mount? Can he choose his target?
It is odd. There are not enough mount rules, to be honest. There really aren't. I suppose technically the mount is going to be using its action to basically retreat. It's not attacking or anything.
Can he do that?
The mount takes a separate action. He rolled a DC. He beat the ride check.
So what is he doing? Guiding with knees?
He is
Controlling mount in battle.
controlling mount in battle.
As a move action, you can attempt to control a light horse, pony, blah blah blah. Not
Oh no! Not control mount. He is fight with combat trained mount.
if you direct your war-trained mount to attack in battle. So he's causing his mount to attack.
Well, no, I think just in general the mount is making its own. It's like an animal companion still takes its own full turn.
But he's directing it too.
Well, yes, but he can do that as a free action with a trained creature of this type.
Right, but that also kind of makes it his action because he's animal handling it.
But he again, would a druid animal companion take an action to just have its animal companion do a thing? They both get full actions.
No, I thought the animal companions were a little more autonomous. But yeah, okay.
I'm just going to outright say this is an animal companion, by the way.
Okay.
It is literally an animal companion.
Weird.
It is weird.
You're right. The riding rules need to be. There's a lot of people going. This is a grey area.
It is a grey area.
With things
but
like attacks of opportunity on mounted people. They're saying technically the mount makes the move, so it's the mount that provokes.
Yes.
But technically he's riding the mount, so do you have an option to attack the rider or the mount? Technically it's the mount that provoked you.
Mm-hmm.
Because the rider isn't moving, technically making a move action. Technically. But then he's guiding with his knees or whatever he's doing, which is a move action. So is that the move action and the mount is just reacting to his move action?
Technically, he doesn't have to guide with knees.
Oh.
He has a spare hand. And guide with knees doesn't take an action. Anyway,
okay. Yes, go.
These guys have high ride checks and stuff. This is kind of their shtick. So
This is the thing.
this is their thing.
So what you're telling me is we're not going to get the mounts either way because they're, like companion animals.
Well, no, the animal still exists. If the rider dies, there's still an animal.
We just have to beat them harder into submission. Run away. Oh, I didn't hit him that hard.
We're going to move there for now. Okay, now it's Juniper's turn. Sorry.
Did Gorem get an attack of opportunity on the mount or not? Or was it withdrawing?
Full withdraw.
Okay.
I was wondering what spells could hit these guys yet.
Unfortunately, Juniper has not been moving closer.
Hey, you haven't been moving, dude.
I know, well, I thought they were moving towards us.
I don't know how many you have prepared. I think there was a Wand of Magic Missile you had?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to look at.
For the most part, I don't know how much more long-range things, because again, Lightning Bolt is within 100 feet, I believe, so you're not really close enough to any of them to cast it.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, let's do your Black Tentacles.
Yeah, what do I need to do for that?
1d20 plus 21.
Find the thing. 1d20 plus 1. 7.
21.
Oh.
But so that'll be 27.
Wow.
I was just being humble.
Which
What happened there?
I just didn't put 21, I put 1 instead of 2.
Oh, wow. What did you cast?
That was for my tentacles.
Oh, nice.
Tentacles.
NT.
So,
actually, I think I've been undercutting these guys. They have 4 legs, so they should get a bonus on these.
no, they shouldn't.
One of them appears to be free of the tentacles.
Twice the number of legs to be grappled.
The apparent leader's mount no longer seems caught in the tentacles. The other ones still are. So you can roll a 1d6 plus 4 to damage them.
Now they're still muted.
7. I'm not really sure what to do next, though. I don't know whether to throw another
I'd probably just start.
something.
Probably just start. Well, the thing is, I don't know how many you prepare. You are
Yeah.
a prepared spellcaster, and I don't know what. We didn't really set out what your default is, but I don't think you have multiple volcanic storms prepared at the start of a day. Because that's typically not how you've played it.
According to my thing, I have 1 black tentacle, 2 volcanic storm, and then a space left open for either confusion, enervation, or death ward.
I remember she's ridiculous intelligence.
Well, no, I didn't realize how offensive she was. That's
Oh yeah, she's got a load of offensive crap going on.
If you have a second volcanic storm, you can go ahead and cast it. I would nonetheless recommend moving forward though, just to get closer and.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting closer anyway. Can I cast and then get closer, or should I just?
Yeah, casting.
Move down to us and then cast.
Okay, I'll move down towards them and then cast.
You can be there beside Alex.
But Lockhart, I'm not offensive.
We're an offensive party.
I'm not offensive. I'm nice.
Sorry, I should say powerful.
It's like,
Destructive.
yes, Lindsay is offensive. No,
That's just a smell.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Okay.
So I'm moving. Do I need to do anything else? Do I need to cast my thing? Do I need to roll anything for that?
Moving.
No, well, no, because the fire thing.
Sorry. You can basically roll another 5d6 if you're casting that for damage.
Okay, I can do that. Slash 5d6. Plump. 15. Distinctly average.
Okay. Some of the mounts are falling to the ground.
Terrible. That's good. That's good, because it means that some of the guys are going to be in the tentacles.
Ah, yes.
And they don't got 4 legs.
And they ain't got 4 legs, and they're on their face in the tentacles. Being
No orifice
squeezed.
remains
Do you
unpurled.
get to do... Was that damage for the tentacles?
Um,
Or was that damage for the storm?
That was damage for the storm.
So we still have tentacle damage, right?
We already did tentacles at the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Hal.
It's okay.
Let me just check here. Roll once. Oh! Okay, it actually does say to roll once for each round. Creatures that enter the area effect are automatically attacked.
Mm.
Oh, and they fell into the area
It
effect.
does say for the
Uh-oh.
entire round, so that the attack roll was a 27. That would be sufficient. So these other 2 fellows are grappled and taking 7 points of damage from the tentacles as their mounts.
Oh, because they
fall
fell in this
down.
round.
Yeah.
Oops. Good work, Juniper.
I am amazing.
It's all in the corset.
That's right, magic corset.
Alex. I guess she'll continue her general movement of heading towards Gorem to be nearby, as other people seem to be approaching with her as well. Does that seem appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
She can hold a move to get up there. She doesn't really have a whole lot to do.
In our campaign to win friends on the Storval Plateau.
I mean, I guess let's see. She has a sharp bow. She could move. Is that close enough? Yeah. She will attempt to arrow the rider who has broken away from the black tentacles effect. So let's see here. She has arcane striking. She has luck on. She has heroism on. She is making a single attack because she has moved. So that will actually be a 22. 23 actually because of haste. Is a 23 sufficient? It is sufficient. So she does 7 points of damage to the rider.
Cool.
Phew.
Take that, rider. Go on, Gorem, kill something.
Gorem.
Ugh.
Did I actually move him far enough away? I barely did. Barely.
So I can't quite charge him.
He is not within your charging range because your charging range is 60 feet, I believe.
Can I
You could
charge
get one of the other guys, though.
Yeah, to this.
No, difficult terrain, almost everywhere.
Okay.
From numerous volcanic storms and black tentacles.
You'd have to move around, wouldn't you?
Well, I guess, sorry. Well, and there's also the fact that there's a big dragon in his way that he would have to disbelieve himself to charge through it.
Pretty sure you know it's not real, though, Gorem.
But he would have to take a standard action to disbelieve it, or use an action to interact with it.
Yes. Run straight through it, Gorem.
Well, that would be what the charge would be, but do I have enough movement to actually go around it? I'm pretty sure it's on our side. I think I might be able to just get to him moving around the dragon.
Let's see. 45.
Oh, and then I gotta pay to do a turn, don't I?
20. Yeah. With one cheat diagonal in there, you probably are able to do it. You could get to there.
And then,
Yeah.
Sure, and then I'll do a big attack on him.
Sure. Not a charge, so this could be your vital strike. So you're attacking the rider in the tentacles then?
Yes.
Former rider.
So 31.
Yeah, that'll hit him. Not a crit threat, though.
Ah. And I only crit on a, 15 through, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one hit with power attack. Oops, sorry. I keep hitting the wrong. I have too many falchion macros. Damage, non-crit, single attack.
That. Yeah. You gotta separate your damage from your attack macros.
I do, but they're all running together in this thing.
That seems right. 39 points is a big amount. Another terrifying swipe from Gorem. From over the rise that they entered from, you can see approaching a number of other horses and mounted riders.
What?
While some of these do appear to be warriors, they have very significant differences to their style. The majority of them seem to have bows. Juniper and Alex probably are able to recognize them as being mostly of a different tribe. While these riders are from the Sun tribe, these other ones approaching are from the Moon tribe.
Sorry.
Are they the best of friends?
Our negotiations.
Not necessarily, actually. It's very odd to see them this partnered up. It must be some rather significant matter that has them riding together peacefully.
What? Like us?
As they go over the rise, one of them shouts out. What's the term here? I don't think there is a term.
I love it when you say out.
Out.
It's so awesome.
That's funny.
Sorry.
It did boot.
Boot.
A.
One of them shouts out, "Ortak Harung," and seems to be speaking to the riders about to join those who are beleaguered, as well as those who are struggling with the tentacles and the attacks of the party.
I try and look innocent.
No one speaks Shawanti or made an attempt to comprehend language, did they?
Do we have the ability to do that? Linguistics?
I have one rank in
No,
linguistics.
linguistics doesn't make you instantly know a language with a big roll.
What does it do?
It lets you maybe read languages over time if you don't know them. If you put ranks in it, you can learn languages.
Apparently I have ranks in linguistics.
But no, you can't roll high enough to instantly
Oh,
understand.
I only have
what's
one
being
rank
read.
in linguistics.
Well, I understood orc in what he said.
No, I have 3 ranks in linguistics. Why do I only have 2 languages?
True speaker Akram.
The one speaking the words and holding up his hands in a bit of command is a frail old man who nevertheless sits firm in the saddle of his horse.
We'll kill that dude easy. He's
He is
frail.
not garbed as a warrior and bears no weapons, and his eyes gaze firm and coolly despite the sun and heat. As he notices the words seem to have no effect on you, he shouts forward to, "Please lay down your weapons. I have offered sanctuary on your behalf and wish to speak with you powerful strangers."
I look around for some powerful strangers.
He means me. What are you talking about?
It's probably true.
For their part, while those in the tentacles apparently struggle and try to go, the one at least outside of it is kind of slowly putting his claw back on his belt.
I don't have any weapons drawn. I will put my hands out and actually be non-violent in any fashion.
Damiir, what are we doing?
We're going to talk to the frail old man.
Oddly enough, Juniper is kind of the most integral one to see if she turns the tentacles off or not.
I'll sheath.
I guess I'll have to turn them off. I need to check my computer. It's saying that I'm about to run out of charge and it should be plugged in.
Oh, that's a little worrying. Maybe the plug's not working well.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Hooray for technology.
The riders in the tentacles at least still kind of glare at the party. 2 of them going down and bring up potions to feed to their dying horses.
Oh.
But they put their weapons away and make no overt, threatening glances.
Don't resist the tentacles. Just let it happen.
I'll make the dragon fly directly up into the sky.
Fair enough.
And perch mysteriously on your shoulders somehow.
As it flies towards me, getting increasingly smaller.
It's a pocket dragon.
Pokemon!
And then Gorem swallows it.
He is as he asks for help. One of the people who travel with him helps him down. Appears almost partly shamanistic, partly warriorish. Heather at this point can possibly give an introduction to her character.
She's an old
You
man.
mean I get to play now?
She's an old guy?
Yes. No, she's the one helping him off his horse.
Oh.
I suppose you don't have my picture handy, do you?
Unfortunately, I can't bring it up. I'd have to set up as a handout.
Yeah.
It is the main picture is set up as a character in the handouts area.
Arrow on the wind.
So now we have a new target for my flame strike.
Shush.
Ooh.
I can do a lot of those.
Back.
Hello, was that better? What happened?
It wasn't plugged in properly.
Yeah.
It was mildly terrifying for a few seconds.
Not proper.
So I get to introduce myself now?
Oh, someone.
Hang on, we've once again the audio's stopped again.
No.
Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it hasn't.
And echo.
Hang on. Stop. 1, 2, 1, 2.
There's an echo coming from somewhere, though.
Lindsay, have you got your headset on?
No, I took it off.
Put it on.
I can't.
Is your headset next to your microphone?
Not anymore.
That's better, thank you.
Sorry. I've got the start of a headache and it was making it worse, so...
It seemed we had a little pause on the audio, but I don't think it was long. It didn't throw up an error, but it definitely wasn't moving for a second until I wiggled the mouse.
Unfortunately, that is still something where, if that's like, I've listened and they can be quite long pauses and miss out quite a few things.
Really?
Yes.
That sucks. We don't necessarily notice them.
No. If you're, Arg, I'm not liking that. That's happening.
No, that sucks. It shouldn't be happening. I'm still getting an echo.
I think it's a thing. Unfortunately, when you unplug headsets, their sensitivity to the sound reduction is reduced.
Let me see if I can manage with it back on for a bit more.
Just put it on your thigh or something.
Let me go and take a tablet. I'll come back.
Alright, sausage. Sausage! Echo, echo. You're alright.
Yeah. Bodies like mine were not designed to be on the floor.
Bodies like mine.
While the members that can be identified as part of the Sun Tribe kind of go off on their own and sulk, the old man, by his instructions, the members of the Moon Tribe kind of begin to set up the tents and yurts, basically, and indicates that they will spend the night nearby the river, and asks if you require any special accommodations.
Do we?
5-star hotel, you know.
I will request a tent set up for you. You do not seem to have one of your own.
I think I actually have a tent.
Do you?
Yeah, and a bedroll.
There you go.
You're like a one-man tent.
I'm carrying a lot of crap.
I'm guessing these guys have more than a one-man tent.
Yes, they have larger tents. They have horses to carry.
Good echo right now.
Yeah, it's. I suppose it might be louder for you, but.
Echo, echo, echo.
GM does not approve.
So is it getting to a point where we're making camp with these people?
He's requesting it if you're up for it.
Okay, I'm up for it.
He informs you that he has spoken sanctuary on your behalf, and it will be respected.
It's nice of him.
You get the impression, even from how the Sun Tribe are acting about, he is a man in high regard. He introduces himself as Akram, and he mentions a name that is not particularly known to you in Shawanti. As to your look of confusion, he basically translated as a title of Truth Speaker. Something of a shaman, as well as a very specific witness of events and such. Whereas cultures with spoken language might rely on judges and contracts, he is basically a witness whose word is considered absolute proof. And such is his reputation for honesty and unbiased witness.
As we are not so much truth speakers.
That's right, let the cat out of the bag there. Unfortunately, he doesn't speak for us all.
So he basically will give you a moment if you want to rest, Hida, but he does desire to meet with you and speak with you.
Are you injured,
Arrow out
Gorem?
of my shoulder.
You are known to me.
Who are?
You four.
Gorem, are you injured?
Just an arrow.
You guys did very well.
I'll pull it out.
Black tentacles held of it.
Excuse me. Okay, you're right, sweetie. So, we'll clean up. We've been walking across the plains for 5 days.
I think Need to ask Lindsay to at least plug her headphones in for now so we can get rid of that echo.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to do it. She's not in the her room anymore. Hang on, I'll do it for you.
Yes. But Heather, you should describe Euro.
Oh, I should, yes.
Bade versus.
If not for the rest of the party.
Rather than wearing the whole set.
Who is
I
this
rather like
lady?
her split pants.
She's back.
The echo is the touch distracting.
We good? Clonk, clonk.
Clunk, clunk.
I found a discussion on mounted combat and withdrawal. The general consensus is in order to withdraw from mounted combat, both the mount and the rider must take withdraw actions, otherwise you can hit the one that doesn't.
And now we know.
That's like unless there's a
No, everybody acknowledges that the mounted rules suck, but
Yes.
this seems to be the general consensus, is that both mount and rider have to withdraw, otherwise they're not actively dodging the attack of opportunity. Seems like a reasonable call.
anyway.
Alright.
It's a thing. Yeah.
But everybody's like, mounted combat sucks. There's actually an article that says, Paizo hates mounted combat.
It is kind of unfortunate because, of course, there's so many feats where it's like, well, who's doing the charge, the mount or the rider?
Right.
Other things. But anyway,
They need to clarify.
It's not a discussion that should come up often.
No.
So I was happy enough to make it a one-shot type thing.
At
Anyway,
least I didn't kill his horse, and I only hurt him a little.
where's that echo coming from still?
Don't know.
Because it's
Did the
not
mice-
going to be from Lindsay if her headphones are plugged in.
Yeah.
I can't see where the echo is coming from. It's not spiking on anyone.
If I
It's not really
speak and it spikes on me, I'll cry.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a spike either.
1, 2, 1, 2. Ruby's muted. That's weird. Oh, you mute. Yeah, sorry, it's a good idea thing. Mute yourselves in turn. It's not thing. Is it me? I guess it would be me because I'm echoing on myself. Hang on, let me mute myself.
Test. Still hearing it.
Yep.
I don't know. Oh,
Heather?
I'll mute myself.
1, 2, 1, 2. It's Lindsay.
Somehow.
I don't know how.
1, 2.
Linz, switch your audio settings from... Oh, hang on, is it gone?
Apparently.
It's gone.
It's because
well-
I've put my things back on my ears.
Unfortunately, the sound was still loud enough coming out from them while she had them not worn to see me pick them up.
That's what I said. Put them on your thigh, but then you won't be able to hear anything, will you?
It's alright, I can do this for a while as long as nobody makes fun of me for sitting with an ice pack on my head.
Just roll one of the headsets, one of the ears back off your head, so you just.
It won't stay on.
Oh. Can you turn one over and just hold it against your head? Like rotate it. They should flip around.
I don't know if these ones rotate, Hal.
Well, I thought they did. Better?
Poor Lindsay.
No.
I've got one, so it's like above my ear.
That's
and
where
one
you.
on my ear.
That's where you can put the ice. You can tuck it underneath your headset.
Is that alright then?
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
fine, sweetie. You okay?
As
Yeah,
long as you're
fine.
comfortable, it's fine.
When he makes fun of you, I'll deck him.
It's been a long day and I'm kind of headachy anyway because I've got I don't know, whatever wrong with me, and it just started to build up.
She
good.
rearranged an entire room today. With her new little helper.
No, I went and did physical therapy followed by a 2-hour walk around Target. Then I did all of the rest of the stuff.
At least you had a helper.
Not on a normal day, a walk around Target is enough to put me in bed for the rest of the day because it hurts so bad.
Did good, Bo.
I did good. I'm good. All right, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
All right, where were we?
Thank you.
So, when you have a chance to clean up and eat, you're invited to the tent.
Before I enter, I'm going to meditate on this Shawanti culture, and I'm going to cast cultural adaptation.
Okay. Does that give you knowledge, or just lets you have proper graces?
It lets me deal well with them, What it does is when the spell is cast, I concentrate on a culture to which I wish to adapt. I don't speak the native tongue, but if I did speak the native tongue of the culture in question, then for the duration of the spell, I speak it in the native accent. The spell does not teach me the language in question, but I may be combined with tongues or a similar spell. I'm going to be speaking common to this guy, but that's irrelevant. My body language and gestures mark me as a native of the culture and unconsciously make small decisions that help me blend in. The combined new traits give me a +2 to diplomacy checks made to influence members of the culture to which I have adapted. I also gain a +2 circumstance bonus on disguise checks made to pass as one of them, and additionally the DCs for enchantment charm spells I cast upon them are attuned to increase by +1.
So your skin tone darkens a little, and your
No, I just make gestures that are surprisingly appropriate. It's actually a divination spell, believe it or not.
Well, it's appropriate divination spell.
Yeah.
Real things.
And it lasts for 10 minutes per level, so a while.
So, eventually, then you'll come to meet with him at his tent. And, of course, he is truth speaker, Gorem. And this is my apprentice and disciple, Arrow on the Wind. He mentions to a somewhat stern-looking Shawanti woman with a bit of mixed coloring to her skin, who wears robes and carries a bow, but no particular quiver at her side. She appears to be quite the capable warrior. Did I do justice here?
Yes, you did, darling.
Okay. Look on rpgmp3.com on the gallery to see a full picture of Arrow on the Wind.
That's funny.
Also a close-up detail of her face.
Yes. We'll be able to see that when we get back to maps, so you don't have to be so zoomed out on.
I have a warning message just come up on my computer saying my connection to the server has been interrupted, blah blah blah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It happens on occasion. I wouldn't worry about it until we get into the next map where it's appropriate, which is an important thing at the moment. I'm not sure if we'll have more combat tonight. We'll see.
You're still being received by us, so I think you're in good shape.
I've got it as well. I think Roll20 might be.
I figured out what was going on with the audio. It seems that AVG had decided to run a scan in the background, even though I thought I'd turned it off.
nice.
Oh.
So it wasn't me.
I have since disabled it.
So,
Remind me next time and I'll check.
Oh no, I have the same thing.
What?
The warning, your connection to the server has been interrupted.
yeah, Roll20's having issues.
I got it too. Check the status site. Is it Roll20? Oh, there goes the recording computer with it too.
It must be. We're all getting it.
Yeah. So is it Roll20 or is it Google?
Well, Google's working. It's Roll20.
Yeah, it is in my Roll20 window, you're right.
It looks like everything's...
Yes. Apparently they're having
so
some
sync
service
on.
disruption on real-time sync shard number 2, whatever that means.
What? Where's that?
Oh no, wait, that was on a different day. What day are we at?
If
We're
you go to
on
the status site.
June 29th.
Yeah.
All green, yeah.
It's possible if we reloaded it. I don't know. I won't worry about too much until it's an issue.
Right, until we attack these guys.
So yes.
Killed the entire tribe. They've got to be worth a lot of XP.
Right.
Your arrival has been of interest. I have just returned from a meeting of the shamans. Let's see, I should probably use proper terms again, huh? At the Sklar Qua, speaking with the great Sun Shaman as well. Dreams have passed amongst the wise people of the Shohanti, telling of those who will once again recreate the tale of the 7 Claws. Your presence has been seen in these visions. I've witnessed this being said by all the shamans and have experienced myself. This I speak as truth. Also I have seen others, one whose skin shines as silver, an elf who carries flames upon his hands, and a warrior who wears the skin and feathers of a raven.
Some bonkers bird.
Poor old Masaki.
Saki Thorsson.
There have been others as well, and in fact, at this point he turns to the stoic, silent archer beside him. This is why I brought you my apprentice, for you as well have been seen in it.
We're terribly sorry.
Are you aware of the tale of the 7 claws?
Is he talking to us or her?
Yes, he's talking to you.
No. Wise one, we are not. If you could enlighten us, it would be greatly appreciated.
Are you aware of what a claw is?
Is it one of those shield things that guy was using?
Yes. It is.
I'll point to it. I believe it's one of those.
Yes. It's a shield thing, but also then with basically
A knife thing attached to it.
out of the front. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like shards.
He takes a stick in hand as he kind of sits down on the ground. After the battle of Angre-san, each of the 7 Kwa Jothka, the chiefs of the claws, came together to praise one another for their role in the victory. Laj-Tru of the Spire clan snapped the blade off his claw and laid it upon the ground so that it pointed at Halric of the Hawk clan. At this point, he draws basically what would be a pointed blade in the ground in one direction.
I can totally see where this is going.
Your horsemen turn the tide of the battle, said Laj-Tru. No, answered Halric. It was the Wind Clan who showed us the way and where to begin our charge. This battle was over before it began. And with that Halric snapped the blade off his claw and placed it on the ground, pointing at Churtan, Kwa Jothka of the Wind Clan. At this point he draws another triangle on the ground. The mute Churtan shook his head and silently arranged his claw blade so that it faced Maitan of the Skull Clan. Again he draws another triangle on the ground. As he did, the remaining Kwa Jothka each began to place their claws as well, each one giving due to the other Kwa they thought contributed the most to the victory. When each was done, the Kwa Jothka looked down and saw that the claw blades were arranged in a 7-pointed star, with each Kwa recognized by another. At this point, he has completed drawing a 7-pointed star in the ground that looks not unlike some Thessalonian symbols you've seen.
So a little confused. That's a bit disturbing.
When the Asgat came and saw the star upon the ground, the Asgat nodded with approval. This is the symbol of victory, said the Asgat. We have seen visions and dreams of people, including yourselves, involved once more in making this sign.
Pretty sure I've never made that sign.
We believe that this may be a second rising of power for the Shoanti, and will bring us once more to renewed victory and ownership over these lands that have been taken bit by bit by others. We would aid you in this. And Arrow, I believe it is your place to aid them as well.
But, Wise One, my training is not complete yet.
There will always be time when your warrior years are gone where you may yet join the ranks of the shamans. Use the youth you have, for there may be many dangers yet before you.
Don't worry, we're dead wise. You'll learn tons from us.
I understand.
Yeah, everything we do, don't do.
That's right. Do not emulate anything we do, and you'll be great.
Sorry.
But we're also going to get them their lease back or something.
May I ask, though, what you are doing wandering the Storval Plateau?
It was a fortuitous accident. We were fleeing a collapsing plane, and we planes shifted here and arrived on the plateau, and were journeying to leave it.
Where is your destination then?
Thing, where are we going?
You mean Magnemar or Arena?
I mean, it's up to you, but the last place you were, the vision given in the star when it was joined with the Ion Stone is actually still in the handouts.
Oh,
Right, that was that.
Your vision focuses in on a map-like view of Galarion, narrowing to focus on Verigia and quicker still to a point on the Lost Coast quicker than it takes to blink. When the vision stabilizes, you see a large stone building on the coast with a tall lighthouse, a nearby community surrounding it. However, it seems to be in ruins, building in the village destroyed or smoking, and a major portion of the wall in the stone building destroyed. You were able to see this banner as well, and I believe you were able to identify it as being a
I don't see a banner.
Nope. No banner.
Vision 2.
if you click the first one, it's
I
probably
see Vision
Which one
2. There's like a lighthouse,
yes, a banner,
and the first one is like a bit of a place, right?
a
I don't
map.
see
little map.
anything.
I got you. It's in our notes, sweetie.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. This is because probably Roll20 is being funky.
I can do it if I click it, but it's not appearing if you're launching it. I don't know whether you are.
Yeah, I've been attempting to launch it.
It's not been working. I'll open it up for the
Yeah.
main recording machine.
They're in the handouts section, the journal section, way at the bottom. There's Shard of Glenley, Vision 1 and Vision 2.
Okay.
Can I explain the lighthouse and the town to the guy?
I think you guys got decent knowledge geography checks on them.
Do we know where it is?
I'm happy enough to let you know, because,
Okay.
again, it's been long. You believe it's Windsong Abbey.
Okay.
It's located, I believe, just a days or two, or maybe three, short distance from Magnemar to the north.
Okay. I will relay this to the dude.
One song on my mind.
It is quite a distance. It could take you months to travel there,
Hmm.
and many dangers.
Ha.
We laugh
There
in the face
is-
of danger.
Then run away.
The gift I've received from my friend the Sun Shaman, who desired my company in more recent times, and I am ill-fitted for long travels. But perhaps, if it's in the sake of remaking the sign, it would be more use to you. He pulls out from a pocket basically a hide that has writing upon it,
Hmm.
and passes it to Damiir.
Teleport nowhere?
I will read it. If I need to cast Read Magic, I will cast it.
Using Read Magic, it is essentially a scroll of Windwalk,
Huh. It's exciting.
which will basically allow you to travel at enough speed to basically travel upon the wind and fly, and just at a high enough level that you'll be able to reach Magnemar, basically.
Exciting.
The...
We're
Windwalk.
gonna bypass Kermeg altogether and go straight to Magnemar. Nice.
That's good.
I think that's
Sure.
it. It's a pretty. Let's see.
Well,
60
Kermagna
miles
does have better markets.
Windwalk. Windwalker along at up to 600 feet per round.
Yes.
So
yes.
60 miles per hour. With
Yes.
poor maneuverability, windwalkers are not invisible, but rather appear as misty and translucent. So you turn into vapor. It's
So yes, at 60 miles per hour, and I think this is a fairly high level scroll. It'll allow you to get there in basically one casting.
cool. It's an hour per level, apparently.
Hmm.
So at 60 miles an hour, if it's even at my level, that's 660 miles.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, he hands it to you for your aid and for showing mercy to the brash Sun Tribe.
Then we feed it to Lindsay's familiar, and then oh no.
Thank you, wise one. It's not a witch spell.
No.
Lindsay's familiar doesn't like things like that. However,
Sorry.
Juniper's might. Lindsay's familiar is currently statuing her foot and is about to get my foot up her ass.
Little shit.
I would invite you to stay the night and enjoy rest with the Shoanti and food, and depart more comfortably the next day.
That would be excellent. Wise guy. Akram. Is that what we would call him?
It is my name.
You don't have a title?
Truth
I guess
speaker?
you would go truth speaker, yeah.
Okay, truth speaker. That would be very hospitable of you. Thank you.
I will spread the word that the visions are true, and the sign of Shoanti victory is being rebuilt as we speak.
Is that what you think it is?
It is the sign.
So what happens when this sign is rebuilt? What do the legends say?
They do not say of it being rebuilt. They only say that it was made after a mighty victory of the Shoanti. During the...
What does my history tell me of the Shoanti as it kind of
You can roll history.
mixes with Thassalon?
During the days of the strong, good Asgot.
Oh, me thing's gone away. Me
Ascot.
pop up.
Yes.
So has mine.
The one on the recording computer has yet to go away. Skills, history, knowledge, history. Foom. Did that roll?
It did not
did
roll.
not.
I think it's still being a bit spotty, unfortunately. Why does the Shattered Star have the worst technical issues?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it shatters the internet.
Apparently I rolled less than my skill. That was very clever.
How did you manage that? I can't even see it still.
It says D20 plus 8, but my skill is higher than 8. I have a skill of 11 in history.
Not anymore, you don't.
Did you set up your skills right?
Yeah, it's got the right ranks and everything in the skill. Checking again.
-3 for negative proficiency somehow.
Negative proficiency. No, I'm proficient. Let me look. Knowledge, history.
Knowledge, history. It says you're plus 14. And ranks. It doesn't check off as a class skill.
Oh, it is, because I think... Was it not one? I have knowledge engineering and knowledge history from somewhere.
You haven't checked it off as a class skill.
Maybe that's the problem.
Though again,
But then it's the right number of ranks that I have over here.
I still haven't seen your roll come through.
Huh. Weirdly, it came out as an 8 on my roller, which it seems to be
What happens if I
impossible.
roll it?
I don't know, give it a whirl.
You're right, it does come up as 8. But again, if you didn't check off class skills that were checked before, I told you that was a thing that was causing errors.
Oh, so maybe that's the problem.
You should check off all class skills that are class skills and see.
And that gives me too many... that's where those ranks are. Yeah. That can't be right then. What?
I told you to look at skills.
Yeah. I don't know where history comes from. Maybe I've got to...
Fast.
Ho ho! Let me try and roll it now. There you go. That rolled and it's a plus 11,
Yes.
which is still not right.
Thing and I hilarious.
Yeah, but it's only looks on my part.
Oh, your vision thing just appeared.
Okay, so it's slowly catching up then.
Your pop-ups appeared.
Yeah. Slowly
There's my 2 rolls and your roll.
So your first one doesn't. Well, it was a 3 plus 11 is what it should be.
According to my paper, I should have 14 in this.
11 ranks plus 3 for that is 14. Plus intelligence plus 2.
Yeah, so technically it should be 17.
If you had 11 ranks, yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have given you a 20.
Unless it's the thing that comes from the shard. Is it history that comes from the shard for pride?
Not the shard, the Ion Stone?
Yes.
That's probably right.
Is it
Comes from
considered?
the Ion
Are you
Stone.
considered proficient in that?
No, you just have ranks.
Which is why it's 14 and not 17. So I'm not proficient in it. Which is
Okay.
why it's on my character sheet. Which is how
So-
That's just probably why my skills don't balance right. Ah, because I have 11 free ranks in something. Makes sense. Okay, sorry.
So that would have been 17 then, in theory, is what your first
Yes.
roll would have been.
Yes, correct.
Honestly, that's going way, way back.
Okay.
There's so little concretely known about Thassalon. Clearly, there must have been some interaction, but it's very difficult to say. At best, it likely the thing was at some point they were a caste under rule of a Thassalon. Whether it was as slaves or a chosen people is difficult to say. And yeah, I mean, but generally they are. I mean, as much as the Eurasian people are certainly natives of Eurasia, they're the much more travelers and less focused. The Shawanti truly are the real native people of Eurasia, oddly enough. But because of their unique culture and slightly xenophobic tendencies, they basically were pushed away and invaded, as opposed to kind of integrated and adapted with the Eurasians by the settlers from Cheliax and Talden and such.
Nicest folks.
I guess unless there's some other specific thing you're trying to glean. The 17 is not great for...
No, we're just trying to figure out where they interacted and to see what was going on, but
I mean,
that's okay.
Definitely, again, the Shawanti have been here as a culture for a very long time. They most likely had some point of impact, but of course, after Earth, what was it called? Earthfall?
Earthfall.
It's very hard to get a good reading from history beyond that point.
His history is written by the victors.
And it was a really big rock that
Kind of a
appeared.
massive civilization, written records, destroyed towns and cities.
We're going to bring those old times back.
Yay! Those old times.
But, I mean, certainly the Shawanti have remained a very strong and powerful people nonetheless. They're almost to a man, like, of good nature, stock, powerful warriors.
Cool.
Alright. So anything else?
No.
Particularly?
Anything we need to ask him?
How much are we getting paid?
I think we're getting to go out of this plane where we were stuck. Seems he's also sending a servant with us, which is nice.
Very nice.
Well, we should have a good rep here if we restore their tribe's land.
Sure, that's exactly what's going to happen. There's not going to be any kind of earth-shattering evil unleashed or anything, going by the look that we've had so far. At least we get to eat tonight. That'll be nice.
It's probably poisoned.
Do you doubt the hospitality of the truth speaker?
No,
Spicy.
not at all. And anyway, we wouldn't be talking anywhere near you. We're busy bitching you out quietly in a tent while we get our bills changed. One thing to ask the truth speaker, do you have any kind of magics or aid that could assist my colleagues who are cursed?
It wasn't our fault.
It wasn't their fault. I seem to be unable to break the curse with my magics.
Tomorrow I will pray to the spirits and see what strength they give.
Thank you.
once you let her go, Alex basically is, of course, her usual curious self and absorbed in the culture, and is peppering Arrow with questions of are you a true Shoanti shaman? Do you do things like walk through fire cyclones, or tame animals, or how did you get your name, or
Thoroughbred.
She's probably going to wait until Alex takes a breath and then start talking.
You're going to be waiting a long goddamn time.
Circular breathing.
And what does your tattoo mean? And do you know what does his tattoo mean? And is it of a very high significance? Are you a really strong warrior too? Can you be both a warrior and a shaman cast? And
When did Lockhart start role-playing like my characters normally do?
You took notes.
That's funny.
It's because I have the skill monkey character of the party.
Skill monkey. My things.
So, I mean, again, unless there's anything else, you'll have a meal of mutton and Shoanti trail things. There's a very high water content as they're nearby a river this time, and
Hooray.
it's generally nice and flavorful of pretty standard travel foods. And you're given some respect, and if anything, some of the Sun Warriors warm up to you afterwards in some good fight. Especially to Gorem, they respect the strength he showed, and they kind of it's a little tricky to pick up, but Damiir, with his knowledge of the social cues, kind of says that the comments they give are more a bit backhanded in regards to him and the summoning of an illusion of a dragon. It's kind of a bit of a not high respect type thing. If you had summoned a real one, that could be interesting and such. But
Summoned a real one, I'd be
Gorem here is a good strong arm and didn't back down for a combat and charged right off. That's a good warrior. That's showing.
Good work there, Gorem. You're amongst friends right now.
I got in one good hit. Yeah.
Alex receives 2 fingers against her lips, going shush.
Apparently, I'm 3 languages short, Lockhart.
Well, that's something you should have noticed when you were looking over your sheet.
I know. I've always been 3 languages short. I have 3 ranks in linguistics and only 2 languages, Common and Thessalonian.
Sucks to be you.
I know. It is pretty cirky. We'll pick them later. I will develop them. I'll develop them overnight. I'm thinking useful languages like Necril will be very, very useful.
So then you'll have your feast. You're all there's a small tent put up for you.
Oh.
And then yes,
We
apparently
sleep.
aside from Alex, Arrow is still an outcast to the rest of the party at this point.
Switch into my sleeping armor.
Sleeping armor.
I have some of that.
I got shadow leather armor for BJ's now.
Are you kidding?
No, we got that in the Dark Forest.
That's so funny.
It's a smart thing to do.
I take off my armor, I meditate for 2 hours, I put my armor back on.
By meditate, he means snore loudly as he sleeps.
That's right, for 2 hours, and then I put my
Human
armor
meditation.
back on. That's right.
And the Shoanti kill you all as you sleep in a sneak attack. You fell for it. No.
That's right, screw those Schwanties.
That would be a dick move, darling. That how not Canadian.
It wouldn't be his first.
Well,
So-
they deserve them.
Yes, the morning rises hot and early with the sun.
Hooray.
Already you're kind of sweating.
Piffed.
Uh,
Okay,
The rest
I
of the Shoanti quickly put camped together as a pack is made for Arrow with tent and such necessities, and there are many stoic but clearly emotional goodbyes from the fellow archery monks and such.
Aww.
Errol is stoic and silent throughout the most of them.
Does that hold any significance? Is this like some departure, coming of age type thing? Are they doing this because they don't think they'll see you again? I mean, I don't think that's really true. I mean, yeah, we've faced dangers, but we haven't died or anything. Well, we met these people who died, and that's kind of who we got the journal and the things from, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell you about that yet. But you are kind of part of the quest. But, I mean...
You remind me of a little bird.
Alex gets a swift elbow in the rib.
Oh, that's not nice, Juniper.
And a shut the fuck up kind of look.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry.
6 foot. I'm still the shortest person in the party. Jeez.
Yeah, Gorem is incredibly short for an orc. Half orc.
How short is he?
Short.
Your height.
My height?
5'1", I think.
I think you're 5'3".
Okay.
I am 5'3", yes.
I think Gorem's 5'3". 5'1" sounds impossible for an orc.
Yeah.
What 5'3" is?
He was near the bottom of the scale when I rolled. I've got him as 5'1" and 173 pounds. So.
He's even shorter than you.
That is one pissed off orc.
Part of why he hides in black armor all the time.
You do not see me. You won't see me coming.
So, riding towards you on his horse, Akram gives one final goodbye. I wish you all the luck as you pursue your quest.
Did he try and break their curse?
Oh, sorry, yes, he will try and break the curse.
Not to be
Pray to the gods.
cheeky and stuff, but I guess Alzheimer's affects these guys too.
Pray for revelation.
Yeah, let's see here.
But Akram's no better than me.
Just to relieve the smell, at least. You know.
Or maybe he has a more appropriate spell.
Or get a couple pine air fresheners to hang around
He's
their
got
necks.
4 chances. He'll start with, I don't know, so it's Juniper first? Hey, that'll do it. First try.
What's he rolling?
He's rolling a remove curse.
Oh, very good. More appropriate than mine, you mean?
Well, remove curse targets the DC. Yours targets 11
caster
plus
level.
caster level.
Yeah.
So the DC is 20. On Alex, no. Yes. So with that, both Alex and Juniper fully rejoin the ranks of the living.
Hey, thank you, Truth Speaker.
Alex is a bit more palatable company now to Arrow, as she no longer kind of looks like she's turning into a corpse.
I commit suicide.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be funny?
dark. No. This is a family game.
Not really a family game.
No, there's
I was
too
trying
many
to make a joke.
It's kind of 14A at least.
There's too many mentions of vaginas, penises, and big hairy donkey cocks.
And cloacas.
I don't think
And
that's very much
cocksuckers.
special to donkey. No. Anyway, so yes, anything else you wish of Akram before he lets you guys, before they continue on their journey?
Some donkey
Oh.
cocks.
Horses.
Which way?
The horses won't travel with the spell, I don't believe.
No,
Can,
okay.
can you give us some general indication as to the direction to head?
Well, to
Away from
the
the rising
west
sun.
and a bit north. I mean, this isn't a world of GPS.
Okay, I'm just saying, are there any landmarks to head for?
Well, you'll be traveling up in the air, so you'll
Yeah,
really
I guess
be
we
able
can
to see.
figure it out.
So, I mean, basically, best he can do is honestly follow this river. It's
Mhm.
as good of a direction northwest as you can get in a more diagonal fashion, because this will be one that'll lead through the mountains and kind of joins that Yonda Bakari River that you followed to get to Karamega.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, the previous party followed, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
It travels as close to that direction as you can, really. When that one kind of, yeah, you can basically follow it and then just head straight east or straight west as it goes west.
You're right, Hal.
Yes, why?
You kind of looked like you had a headache, like a... I don't know. You keep yawning.
Sorry, I was rubbing my eyes and yawning.
Alright.
away. Yeah, it's been a long day. It was hard to get my ass out of bed this morning. My allergies are playing up a bit.
Did I imagine it, or were you late for work this morning?
I was running late because I barely could get my head off the pillow. The only reason I was up is because you forgot to close the blinds and the sunlight woke me up. Otherwise, I'd probably still be asleep.
I thought that was a dream.
No, that was real.
You gave me a right bollocking.
No, it was good because it woke me up. Because otherwise, I'd still be asleep right now.
Yeah, but all I heard was blah, 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 I didn't close the blinds properly. Blah, blah, blah.
That's right. Because I go buh, 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 instead of like a full stop. Buh, 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 buh. It's a strange habit, but hey, I've had it all my life. Buh, 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 buh.
Shut up.
Yes, let us take to the air and fly like the wind. Mwahaha.
Okay, so we all join circles as a hand. Damiir reads out the scroll. The words dissolve into the air, and you all take on a cloud-like vaporous form and begin to be able to move through the air.
This isn't right.
Zoom. We fly like the wind, literally, to where we need to be.
There is a new literality to Arrow on the Wind's name.
Blah, I am now
Yes,
Count
for
Gorem.
I have literally become wind. This is awesome.
Gorem does that all the time.
Well, surely he's full of wind, but
Not all the time. Sometimes the wind comes out.
most of the time he's full of something slightly connected to wind, but not quite.
Just wait
it
for
has
taco
a
night.
slight fragrance of
Yeah,
magic.
Just wait for taco night. That's every night ending in a Y.
I'm totally going to record my friend Sarah, who's my current assistant. She has a belching thing, so she just burps a lot. And she's not bothered by it, but every time she did it today, because she was here, I just burst out laughing. Because it's like this petite little model type person going like, brah.
She's so ladylike. So ladylike. So dainty.
She's ace.
So dainty, and then suddenly a demon comes out of her mouth.
Ladylike.
Pretty much.
Gotcha.
She's like a
I got a
builder.
couple girls like that. Release the beast.
Whoosh, we fly.
So
Whoosh.
at one point, I did offer her some gas X tablets. I was like, "Are you in pain? Is it like, are you alright?" And she's like, "No, it's fine. It just happens." And I was like, "Okay."
Finally, the aerial random encounter table.
I don't think we can really be random encountered. We're kind of indistinct at the moment.
Well, and a freak could probably do it.
Maybe.
Anyway, yes, you travel quite fast. The river turns into the area where it follows through a valley of mountains at the edge of the plateau, turning into pools as it descends to the lower level of Verigia, following it through forests, small communities until it joins a broader way into the ocean. And the spell just begins to peter out as you can see the large coastal city of Magnamar heading in front of you.
Hooray! Whoosh. Okay, so we're in Magnamar, basically, is what we're saying.
Yeah, twilight is approaching.
We
As-
land and re-solidify and head into Magnamar. Where did we stay here again? Oh, this is where...
We haven't been here.
This
Yeah.
is where...
The journal says previously they were pathfinders who had a house at the
Red Mark Manor.
Oh, yeah,
estate
we're
of the
different.
Hive Marks.
We're not
You,
going to...
Damiir, however, knows a couple people who have a few spare rooms that you did a favor for once upon a time. That I mean, it might be hard to get all of you in there.
Figure it out.
You might have, if you all squeezed in, or maybe if you found a couple houses and you split the party up a little bit.
Yeah, we can do something.
Well,
Another
the
There's
party.
always ends.
There was 5 in the bed, and the
Right.
tiefling said, "Get
We'll as Gorem's so short, he
What's the cultural significance of Shalenti tattoos? What's the cultural significance of Shalenti tattoos?
here,
Spiritual
let's
guidance.
show you."
Let's go get some.
I suppose
to
the
the
little one's
market.
Gorem, isn't it?
Doesn't Alex have a facial tattoo?
Yes.
And whenever I take off my armor, you might see I'm covered in tattoos.
Hey, strangely, I am unsullied.
Because you're much
I-
too vain for it.
No, it's because I can hold my liquor.
I was going
In
to say
a bottle.
because you haven't found one fashionable enough that it would be appropriate for all potential occasions. So it would be too permanent to keep on Damir's ever-changing.
Exactly. I have a problem that fashion changes every week, and so do I. Which is why I need to get this armor glamored as soon as possible. Because it's fucking hideous. And I can't use my sleeves of fashion while I'm wearing it, but it would be cool if I can make it invisible, and then I can look awesome. Wear pantaloons of the appropriate colour.
Pantaloons.
It's hard to be extremely fashionable like what I am when I'm wearing great big hunking pile of plate mail. I guess we need to rest, restock, sell our stuff, and then move on.
Except for Arrow, because she values everything that was given to her.
Oh, hello. This looks familiar. This is where the old guy got beaten up.
We are in Magnamar.
Desperate.
Thanks. Apparently, Arrow on the breeze isn't.
I honestly didn't realize there's anything set up on this.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you've got like an angry red background. Look at that.
I find it's good to have some colored backgrounds. It just helps them pop a bit.
You have like 3 bars, you greedy monster. I only have.
Alex's.
Well, one of those bars is my key pool, and another for is it stamina? Well, what's the third bar?
Perfect strike.
Perfect strike.
Perfect.
I was gonna say you didn't even ask to see her qualifications and stuff. She could have shown her cool abilities there.
We could ditch her in the middle of the in the middle of the city. It doesn't matter. It got us out of there, right?
Yeah, the priest sidled her.
Sure, we'll look after her. See you later.
Yeah, restore your lands. Yep.
Yeah, we'll be back in a few weeks. You just hang out here.
I think Alex has the highest perception and possibly survival in the party, which means you probably can't ditch her.
Really?
I will track your asses.
Arrow, I should say, not Alex.
Oh.
We'd have to take your legs first, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll just tie you up while you're sleeping. Don't worry.
Probably also.
I can still track you.
I've been itching to cast whole person on someone.
Possibly also has the best will save.
God damn it!
The ship is the best.
I am made of Zen, man. I am a Jedi with a bow.
Uh-huh.
As you say, versus acidic falchion.
That's true, yeah. Acidic falchion might be the way to go.
That's not fair. I just joined the party.
Things.
I'm pretty certain Thing could hit her, though.
Well, yes, I'm pretty sure she could run far enough away that he can't catch up and just pepper him with arrows, though.
Oh, sure, if she's going to cheat and fight dishonorably.
What's dishonor if I use my weapon to its utmost potential?
Funny. Anyway, we're selling our crap, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
We have crap to sell, Lockhart.
You, at the very least, have some contact still with the Aspis Consortium to be able to unload most of it fairly easily there.
Very good. Let's
Before word spreads that we've
have.
abandoned our mission. Or
Okay,
whatever.
we have an ugly club which is listed as a magical item. Can we ID that, please? Unless it is called an ugly club. It's listed as coming from C14, if that's
It
any help.
has no magic aura.
Why is it listed in magic items then?
Because you guys might be getting it. You found it in a secret compartment in the negative energy bathhouse of the Dark Keep.
Why did we put it in the magical items column?
Because you think it's magical?
But it has no magical aura.
No.
It's cloaked.
Think so? Okay, so what are we going to do with it?
I'll
Flush it down the toilet until it grows into a huge alligator.
We can try hitting random people and things with it and see if it actually, affects them.
Random people and things with it. I like that, it's funny. Let's hit random people and things with it.
You found it hidden beneath a loose stone just below the waterline in the pool of negative energy.
And we think it's magical, but it may not be.
It has no magical aura.
Is it possible that a magical...
masterwork.
Can you nick it with a dagger?
Can
And it's an ugly club. Can we get a description of the ugly club?
I don't know why you have an ugly club. It's a club.
Just says ugly club.
I mean, again, if anything, it's masterwork, so it probably looks very sleek and such.
So we have a masterwork ugly club.
I suppose with the knowledges and stuff, you might have some very Thessalonian design to it.
Okay. Masterwork ugly club. Why is it in the magical item section? Why do we think? I can't even remember collecting it. It's been a million
Because
years.
thing suggests metagaming. It was just found in a very secret compartment. You suspected something.
Did we want to cast ID on it? Does anyone have ID? Lindsay, do you have the identify spell?
I have detect magic.
It's not detecting as magical though, right?
I have dispel magic.
Try that.
You realize if it works, it's dispelling its magical effect.
Oh, it won't just dispel the effect on it. It'll
It's
actually demagic the item.
Magic items don't have multiple effects on them. It's either all or nothing.
Okay, so what does it cost to get ID cast on this item?
Alright, what's the standard rate? 100 gold pieces, call it?
Well, it's 100 gold pieces for the actual items to cast identify. Because you need 100 gold piece pearl, don't you?
I don't know. Do you want me to look up the specific thing?
Just saying. Identify is...
Well, no, it's,
100
let's see.
gold.
Oh no, it's
Price,
wine stirred with an owl's feather now. It doesn't require 100 gold piece pearl.
Yeah, what's
nice.
what's the service cost for spells? Is
For
it
first
50
level?
For spell level?
Something like that.
I'm just gonna call it 100 gold pieces because it's standard. It's traditional.
Fine, we pay 100 gold pieces and have someone cast ID on it.
Alright,
A reputable looking young wizard.
a wizard clerk from the consortium comes out and casts Identify on it and informs you.
It's not magical.
It is a +1 Undead Bane Disruption Club.
Christ, how is it not magical though? +1
It is
undead
under the
bane.
effect of a magic aura spell to make it look like it is non-magical.
So that's a weapon in case somebody needed to fight off any of the various undead that lived in the Dark Keep.
And
Everything.
to be honest, it's fairly generous that a random person can do it, because apparently magic aura really is boss.
Oh, interesting.
Because if an object bearing magic aura is identified cast on it or is similarly examined, the examiner recognizes that the aura is false and detects the object's actual qualities if he succeeds on a will save.
I'm sure we picked someone very good of strong will. We didn't go to my temple to have it done. We went to somewhere else.
That's why it cost 100 gold pieces. You actually have to find a decent person.
Fair
We
enough.
motivated them.
Okay, so we have a +1 Undead Bane Disruption Club. Okay, do we want to hand out what we have left, or did we do this already?
I thought we did some of that, but
Okay, I have some tuning forks. I'm keeping those in case we need to cast planes shift again. I have one for the material plane. I have one for the Dark Forest, which we're probably not going to use again. I have one for. I have one listed as tuning fork, some ancient Thessalonian plane.
Not
What?
Thessalonian.
Oh.
Eox. Planet. I think. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
No,
Eox
it's
is
not.
the same planet.
I have tuning fork, material plane, tuning fork, Dark Forest, tuning fork, some ancient Thessalonian plane. That's what's in our list.
oh, where all the Thessalonian people are hiding.
Exactly. They all were like, screw this shit, we're going. We have a +1 Undead Bane Disruption Club. Is that useful to anyone?
I mean, it's a club with lots of bonus stuff on it.
It does have a lot of bonuses. I mean, I currently am wielding a +1. I have a +1 Undead Bane Longsword right now. So, I mean, Disruption's nice, or we can flog it for the pennies. Unless, I mean, the most use that anyone's going to get out of it's probably Thing. What's your current weapon?
My +1 adamantium falchion with acid and acid burst.
Yes, so you've got something that has shine on it too.
Yeah.
I mean, is it worth? What's it? Well, hang on. Let's figure this out. What's it worth at Undead Bane Disruption?
It's gonna be a lot.
Undead
good for-
Bane.
Good for fighting undead, but yeah, I don't know if anybody's a club wielder.
Anyone can wield a club, right?
Anyone can be a club wielder.
Welcome to the club.
In fact, it's not a light weapon, is it? That would be too good.
So it's
No.
currently a +4 bonus.
Because disruption is very nice, if I recall.
Disruption is very nice. Disruption is The bane of all undead. Any undead struck with in combat must succeed at a DC 14 will or be destroyed.
That would have been nice when we were fighting the Dark Rider.
Except for his will's probably 15 to start with.
Still, enough attacks. But yeah, up to you.
If we flog it, it's worth 32,000 just for the enchantments.
That's retail price.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's worth half of that. So it's worth 16,000.
16,000.
Plus what the club's worth, which is 0. So that would be 16,000 if we wanted to sell that, peoples. Any kind of input to this?
What kind of benefit would it give us if we kept it?
We'd be able to kick the living crap out of undead with it. A little bit, maybe. What's masterwork on weapons worth, Lockhart? 100?
300.
300, thank you.
Not heavily significant, but yeah.
No. Masterwork.
Hal, I have labelled my chloroseptic. This is my chloroseptic.
Pilot Peacock's fluoroseptic. Good work.
I've been sat making labels
begins its
the
work.
whole. And this is my chai tea latte.
Are you kidding?
And this is this is my label maker.
She didn't label your label maker. I knew it was.
Yeah.
I knew it would happen eventually.
Your house is going to be ISO 9000 certified shortly.
And
That's right. Everything will be appropriately labeled.
I did some tests of all the different things, so I've got like some reference cards to all the different settings. But I don't have an OCD. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. You don't know what we're talking about.
Sorry, I thought I'd just show you. This is my chloroseptic, Hal.
Your
You
chloroseptic.
cannot use it.
Arrow, of course, sees all sorts of modern, and there's so many people here, and the houses are all big and built in and made of wood, which burn so easily in a fire cyclone. And then there's Shawanti here, who aren't even shamans, that are growing their hair out, and they're not wearing traditional dress and stuff, and they would be exhausted in the Starval Plateau wearing those clothes. And
Terrible.
Is there a seller of meat on a stick?
there are several sellers of potential meat on stick.
This is not a Ren fair.
It may possibly be half sawdust.
I like those odds.
I like those odds.
As long as he can stuff it in his mouth, he can eat it. Is that the thing?
I suppose
Well, I
eating
can
is
try.
typically
Are you
sticking things in
asking
your
Thing
mouth.
or his character?
Right.
I want meat on a stick. That's the only reason to go to Ren fair.
Ren Fair, right? It's the only reason to go to Ren Fair.
Not the giant smoked turkey legs?
The Swanson, the smoked turkey lab wrapped in bacon and deep fried.
In fairness, you're probably at like a warehouse buying Aspis Consortium thing here. Not very many meat vendors here. This is storage, selling bulk of goods and stuff like that. High
Sausage in
security.
a bun, then. Okay. Classy place.
Yes. Discuss selling things.
I was waiting for some
It
input.
sounds like nobody wants the club.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Well, I could use it, but I don't really want it. It's not very elegant.
Oh,
I'm too specialized in my weapon.
I'm kind of happy with my weapons and my hexes and my spells.
I'm just
so-
going to suggest to be quick. If nobody wants it, sell it. Because
Yeah, it'll give us something to re-enchant with other things, right?
no need to faff about too much, or because otherwise you'll just end up selling it later.
Yes, we have a bunch of stuff, right?
You might. I don't know.
Okay, we have some stuff, but not a great deal. Okay, they'll accept, what did we say? 8,000? 16,000.
16,150 technically.
It's just, we're pissing around. Let's say 16,000. Unless you want to keep track. Okay, I'll keep track. Hang on, let me keep
I'll
track.
take the 150 if you don't want it.
Hang on. 16,150. I've got it written down. Okay, the club is gone.
Hey, we need to nominate the new player to have a role in doing stuff. Like, I write the party notes occasionally. Somebody else keeps the loot.
I keep the loot.
Technically, do we have anybody doing the mapping? We used to, didn't we?
No.
It's kind of unnecessary.
Yeah, because we have an online map.
Okay.
She can draw our pictures.
Shush, she can do that already. We have to make her work. She has to earn her spot in this game.
Sure,
But
okay.
making pictures is work.
Hang on.
It's work.
We have a masterwork dagger if anyone wants it.
Ha.
Going. 150 gold pieces. Thank you. 150.
150.
150.
I suppose I wouldn't have much use for.
I have 2 masterwork pistols worth 2,500 gold each.
Pistols?
Pistols.
Cool, sell them.
Want them? Going. 2,500 gold.
I would hurt myself.
2,500. I have 20 shots for these pistols. I don't know what they're worth.
Probably tossing them in for free.
We'll throw it in. We have 1 masterwork longsword, 300 gold, 150.
Do you even need to ask with the masterwork stuff?
No, so I'm just throwing it out there just in case. Nothing in potions and alchemical. I have anyone. What kind of armor does our monk girl wear?
None? You kind of said it yourself with monk girl.
Oh.
Well,
I sneakily cast detect magic on her. What's magical on her person?
my bow.
Damiir says a few magic words and stares at you in heavy concentration.
He does this with all young women in the party.
It's true.
See,
Her
I have
bow?
It's my spell of X-ray vision. Don't worry about it.
a headband,
Uh-huh.
a sash, and a magical bow. That's it.
What's more?
Basically her entire wardrobe is magical.
Everything?
The robe she is wearing, as well as you can see a bit of some sort of reptilian hide tunic underneath.
Like a tunic as
Oh
well.
yeah, that one.
She has a headband as well as a belt.
Does she have braces?
Ring. There are no bracers.
We have braces of armor +2 if that's useful.
I could take it.
Yeah. Not wearing
If
it.
the party are happy.
Yep.
Sure.
And it would protect my wrist from my magic arrows, so hey.
Surprised you don't have braces as an archer. Here, try these.
She tries them on.
Studded leather armor. Anyone interested? It's small. It's studded leather +3. It's worth 9,000 gold. Can sell it. Sold it for 4,500. 4,500. It's out the door. We have a triptych.
Oh, the one featuring Eox.
It's worth 300 gold. We happy to sell that for 300 gold. Going. It's gone. We have a hand axe +2. Anyone? Selling for 4,000 gold. Going, gone.
Kill it.
We have 4 plate mills +1 worth 1,000 gold each.
Pass.
So,
Selling the stack for 2,000 gold. We have my old mithril full plate. Worth
Well.
whatever the heck mithril full plate is worth.
sell. Sell.
What's full plate worth, Lockhart?
Well, mithril full plate is going to be worth something different.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. What's mithril full plate worth? Mithril, Muh for mithril. Where are you? Mithril, celestial mithril? No, just mithril. Mithril.
Mithril for heavy armor
Yes.
is
9,000.
9,000.
So plus the
Yes.
full plate.
1,500.
So it's like 10,500 for that?
So 5
Well, but
250.
you're halving these, right, Hal?
Yes. I'm just figuring out what it's worth and then halving it. So it's worth
Yes.
5,250.
About. Sounds right.
Done. It's gone. Also won by someone like me, which is awesome, great. We have a platinum key. Do we need to keep this platinum key? Or did we figure out what it was used for?
I'm pretty sure that was for the doors to the keep.
Yeah.
If so, it says it's worth 900 gold.
Do we think we might go back to the keep at all?
You can keep it, it's only 900 gold.
Only, yes.
Well, you know what I mean. We have 1 ring of mind shielding, if anyone's interested.
What does that
Oh,
do?
it's not. It's useless.
It is pretty goddamn useless. Ring of mind shielding is quite useless.
That's right. That didn't stop the call barn.
It's not as good as what you think it is. It is a ring that continually immune to detect thoughts, discern lies, and any attempt to magically discern your alignment.
Useful, but not worth giving up one of my other rings.
It's 4,000 gold if we sell it. Going.
Is it actually 4,000?
8,000 to buy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's spendy. And finally, we have a phylactery of positive channeling.
Useless. No
You're
one
the closest
channels.
to a cleric we have.
No one channels. Oh. Yes, I think it is completely useless to us. How many side effects? Item allows channels of positive energy. Yeah, it adds plus
No one
2d6.
channels.
Okay, so in that case, it is going for 5,500. So that's everything, people. I think. Oh no, lies. I'm lying. We have Ashamentalu's spellbook.
Did I calculate? I calculated the cost for that, right?
I have nothing listed as a cost for that. I don't think. I think you were going to and didn't. But we know what levels the spells are, so it shouldn't take long.
We could try and trade it in for scrolls for Juniper or something.
Trade for trade.
I'm sure I did at one point.
I've got it written down as Spellbook, Thessalonian, Ashramentalu, and I have a list of all the spells in it.
Yeah.
But I don't actually have a list for it.
Shadow Star. Did I write it here? Ashramentalu's spellbook. No, I didn't.
So can we trade it in for scrolls for Juniper, or for scrolls?
Not directly, no.
Well,
it's not.
I know it's not directly the same, but could we sell it to a wizard who could then exchange it for, say, half the number of scrolls at equal level than there are spells in this book? Something like that, is it?
It's going to turn to gold, and if you want to buy scrolls, you can buy scrolls.
Okay, we'll turn it into gold. What are all core level 0 spells worth?
Let me just.
How do you cost a spellbook? Is it a scroll cost?
There are ways. Meep spellbook. Superscript. So wizards. See, the thing is, I know I calculated this at one point, and unfortunately.
Materials and cost. The cost for writing a new spell into a spellbook depends on the level of the spell. Calculate a spellbook's cost by adding the spellbook cost 15 gold to any gold piece it costs to write the spells into the book. The magic sections detail this.
Okay, so 15 gold for spell or for page.
I've got 0 level is 5 gold. Level 1 is 10 gold. Level 2 is 40. Level 3 is 90. Level 4 is 160.
No, that.
Oh, spacings. A spell takes up 1 page of the spellbook per spell level. Even a level 0 spell takes up 1 page. A spellbook has 100 pages.
It says a lot more than 100 pages. I think it's got all level 0 and.
But I don't know okay, so how many is all level 0 spells?
It's equal to half the cost of purchasing and inscribing the spells within.
Half the cost? Because spells.
Captured spellbooks can be sold for an amount equal to half the cost of purchasing and inscribing the spells within.
That sucks. So essentially,
spell
like
level
this,
and
like this guy's saying, it's 5 gold, 10 gold, 40 gold, 90 gold, 160 gold per spell, right?
So this should be pretty easy.
So how many spells are there for all core 0s? How many core 0 spells are there?
For all classes, or is this just?
No, I think she's a wizard. Wizard spells.
I think it's 20 core.
20 core, good enough for me. So we'll say that's 100 gold.
Yeah.
So then we have level 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 level 1 spells at 10 gold each is 130. Level 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 at, did I say 15 each? 11 at 40 each is 440. Third level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 at 90 each. 360. No, 810.
9 at 90 each would
Yeah.
be 810.
That's my head isn't calculating well. And 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 160 each. That's 960.
Sounds good. So what's the total?
960. Hang on. 0, 3, 7, 8. 4, carry the 1, 10, 18, 22, 23, 24. 2,440 for spells plus 150 for the spell books.
2,440.
Yeah. And then the spell book's like 150, right?
I don't think they're that. I think they're like 10 gold, to be honest.
Are they? Are they like more expensive than that?
It's a book.
Like a 100-page book.
Yeah, it's a 100-page book.
Well, they were 150 each for spell books.
I
Not that I give a toss at this level. We're throwing around 16,000 for one of these items, so
yeah,
I have no strong. So we're saying it's worth about 1,000.
I'm not worrying about the cost of the book.
So we're saying it's 1,220 gold.
No. First you times it by 1.5 to add the purchase cost, and then you divide it by 2.
What? What are we doing?
Those are purely the writing costs.
Yes.
The purchase spell is an additional half that.
So it's actually 3,660 divided by 2.
Yes.
1,830 then, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, 1,830 gold. Now I need a calculator because I've got a big list of numbers to add.
And make sure that you're
Lockhart's a calculator.
Make sure these are all taken off the thing and such.
Oh, they are. Oh, except for the spell book.
Remove the Dusk Warden head. There'd be no reason for you to keep that, and it's just confusing.
Is it just rotting in our thing?
What's it sell for?
You guys would have kept that. I see no reason why you would have kept that. I don't even know how that got in there.
I think it was on the list because it was held over from our previous characters.
Again, I think I barely mentioned it. I listened and I hear no recollection of why that should be on.
Well, I think we found it because it was on the writer's belt.
But again, you found multiple heads on his belt.
Dusk Warden head is gone. Everything is good. Okay, now I'm going to add up some stuff. Do I have a calculator on here?
I have my scientific calculator here if you want it.
Is it scientific? I've got one. You're okay.
Okay.
It is to high schoolers.
Ah.
I remember that thing fondly.
It's incomprehensible to high schoolers.
Well, it helped me through geometry. I always mix those words up.
Me too.
Really?
I mix a lot of words up.
Geology, geometry, geography. Totally different studies, right?
So what's your
They
new
are, but they're similar in sound.
Sorry. Yes, Hal?
So what's your new AC, Heather?
Hers is 28.
Wow. Is that with the +2 we've just gave her?
Technically, it was just +1. She already had a +1 armor boost, but yes.
That's a pretty high. That's as high as mine. I'm not very happy with that.
And she currently has no rings of protection and no amulets of natural armor.
Oh yeah, but she gets a wisdom bonus, right?
Yes. So I'm saying it could very easily go a lot higher.
She must be very wise.
Apprentice shaman.
Then why is she with us?
Exactly. Because some guy told her.
Destiny, yeah.
Because my
Destiny.
mentor and father figure told me to, yes.
We're your destiny, Heather.
46,330.
Are all shaman apprentices orphans that are taken in by the shaman and taught the wise ways?
I love it.
Is that how you account for the number of orphans from warriors dying after they've just reached the age of fertility and begin to procreate?
Procreate.
Yes, little bird.
So what's our split?
We have 46,330.
Nice.
You're splitting with new person?
No. Why would we do that?
Sorry. I heard split. Are you not splitting yet?
We are splitting it.
Okay.
Do we normally?
You're splitting it just between 3 people?
Yes, she's already got braces of armor out of us.
Okay. Alex looks a little disappointed.
Oh, does Alex normally get a cut? Do we normally cut Alex in, or do I normally buy stuff?
You haven't done this before.
I thought we'd split before.
No. You're a new party.
Oh yeah, we are. I keep forgetting that.
Well, she's
Oh.
your hireling or whatever.
Companion, I think, is the word you're looking for.
Oh. So you're paying her.
No, actually not. My innate charisma and amazingness keeps her around.
Actually, no, you kind of have to pay for her.
I know I have to look after her. So, we have money.
Alex just talks more to Arrow as both of them are left out of the money sharing process.
How are we splitting this?
I'll take it all, thanks.
Sounds amazing. Is there anything the party itself needs to purchase before we split the money?
Not that I know of.
Do we want to start buying things like Raise Dead scrolls and that kind of healing junk as scrolls? Because we currently have very little in the way of healing potions that I can see. I have 0, I think.
Just a question, Hal. Did you include the current 6,000 that was part of the funds there?
Oh no, that's still just sat there.
Okay.
I can add that if people want.
Well,
I think
more
the only
healing
thing,
stuff can't be frowned upon, I'm sure.
the only thing I really need is...
Hang on, let me take all of our gold out of the party fund. Hold on, everything is out. 6,105 is out. So that's every piece of gold we have. Hang on, 6,105 gone. Save that, added to my calculation. Plus 6,105 in actual gold gives us 52,435.
Holy cow.
I didn't think we had a huge amount to sell, to be honest, but hey, I think Lockhart destroyed bunches of stuff we could have had.
In fairness, that's not too bad at this
No,
level.
I
I mean,
guess.
it's not a lot of money, but
It's not. Do we want to? Does the party need anything to purchase before we go forward? Like group healing potions, group resurrection scrolls, that kind of junk?
Yeah.
I think at this level you definitely need to have. Does Damiir have restoration?
I'd have lesser rest, I think.
You'll want things that can recover from stat drain, negative levels.
Yes, I have lesser restoration, but I don't have restoration yet.
We probably don't have the scarificator anymore, huh? Or do we?
We sold it,
There was. Did you sell it?
unless it's on somebody's character. It's not on the. It's not in the inventory list.
Lindsay,
Lindsay, you have it.
What?
Yeah.
The scarificator.
Yes, I do. I think.
Lindsay has
You
it.
may want to purchase one of those spell pages that lets Damiir use it spontaneously and
Okay.
lots of diamond dust, because restoration is kind of going to
Oh
be
yeah,
a
it
big thing.
burns diamond dust, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you can get spells. I mean, it's up or scrolls. It's up to you.
How much is a spell page for it?
Restoration is 4th level.
Yes. Maybe.
Here. 4th level. What's the proper name for them?
What? I think they're spell pages.
Page of spell knowledge.
Is that what they are?
That's it.
For a 4th level is 16,000. I think that sounds pretty reasonable.
Oh.
Really?
To gain restoration is something you just cast out of your own spells.
And what's a scroll?
Well, the thing is, the scroll is going to include diamond dust, and you won't be able to choose between the cheap and the expensive one.
Oh yeah, because there's more than one version, isn't there?
Yeah.
Restoration.
And a scroll, they're not scrolls.
So restoration is it's going to cost us 100 gold or 1,000 gold in diamond dust.
So a scroll for restoration will be 800 gold pieces for just a cheap one. Or for a more expensive one, it'll be 1,700 gold pieces.
Right. Functions temporary removes negative levels of one permanent negative level.
So it's going to be almost 10 of the expensive
So the
ones.
question is,
What's the 1,000 diamond dust for?
that's for removing permanent
I see.
negative levels.
Yes, permanent negative level. The material component is 1,000. So what's 100? The 100 is just standardly casting it,
100 is just standard cast.
and that's removing temporary negative levels.
So the question is, will you cast it more than 20 times?
Unlikely.
For the rest of the game?
I would hope not.
Hmm.
Would we? I don't know what we're going up against. That's the problem.
Well, are you going to go up against things that could do stat drain or something? Because if they do 1 point to each party member, that's 4 uses right there.
Yeah, you're right. That's awful. Can you get a wand of this?
No, that would be expensive. You're paying for 50 uses. Plus,
Yeah.
that's 50. That's 5,000 just from the material components.
Just throwing it out there. What do we think, party members?
I honestly don't know. I would like to get some 1D type things because I'm kind of greedy like that.
Greedy. The other option is to buy scrolls and feed them to your familiar to learn some new spells.
Well, and I definitely want some potions of like heal and. Or I want like one of every potion, please.
Well, hang on. Assuming we get restoration, how much diamond dust would we need to back it up? So you'd have 16,000 just on the spell scroll or the spell page.
Well, I mean, the thing is, again, it's up to you how much you keep on hand and stuff.
Yeah. Rounded up to 20 with 4.
I don't know. I think 3 books left to go, you would get 20 uses out of it, but that's me.
But then 20 uses is going to be what? 20,000 worth of diamond does.
2,000.
2,000.
You have to use it permanently, but.
I guess there's not that much that gives you permanent negative levels. Is there? There's some stuff.
It's more, I guess, if you can't remove it. But I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. I think at this level, 16,000 is cheap, but that's me.
Mm. I mean, how far are we from the next level? 'Cause
It just sounds like a big number.
It does. Out of 52, it does sound like a large chunk. But he's right. I mean, we're a ways off the next level where I could actually learn restoration.
Okay.
And by the same token, if you run out of scrolls, what are you going to do?
What do you mean?
If you're in the
Go
middle
back to
of the
town.
dungeon, out away from town,
Yeah.
and let's say you buy 5 scrolls and you've used 5 and you still
Yeah,
have 10s.
I guess scrolls aren't necessarily the way to go. So we either buy a spell page or we trust that we
I'm
don't need
making
a
a
spell
pitch.
page.
I should step back.
Yeah.
I just think at this level, it's really not as expensive as you think it is. But unless you do plan to learn it, but I mean that's your choice.
I mean, it's always an option is to learn it. I don't know what I get next level. What do I get next level at 12? Do I get access to 5s? No, to 6s?
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
Is this a discussion to kind of have?
Oh, it's a discussion to have now while we're buying stuff.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's what I was going to say is it's getting quite late, so maybe we could kind of, if we called it and had like a
Yeah, you guys could do email things.
like an email discussion kind of thing.
I'd suggest just before. Does someone have delay poison or something or?
No, I have no poison spells.
That's the kind of thing I want to pick up.
But remember, I'm an oracle. I have
Well,
to
but-
balance where my points go.
Yeah, but again, like here's the thing where a wand of delay poison is pretty
True.
darn good because it just makes you immune.
Oh, we had one for a while as the other group, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
We
if you
used it a
lost that.
lot. No, we emptied it. I think we emptied it.
Maybe.
I think it didn't survive the wizard. If it
It
Oh
might have
yeah,
been
that's the
cool
thing.
because
I think it got lost in the switch. Yes, next level I get access to 6th level spells. So chances are I'm going to be getting at least one, possibly. I guess something I know, doesn't it?
But again, you won't necessarily get one at 4th level.
Hang on, let me look. 12. I get one 6th level spell. I get no upgraded 4th. My next 4th level spell is at level 13.
Yeah, so
So I'm 2 levels away from getting restoration.
if that's what you wanted.
If that's what I chose. To be honest, at 4th there isn't much left, so restoration might be a good choice at this point. There are some spells, but I have a bunch already because I get like other things.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, if we want to just do tally experience and then have the rest of this via emails of things to purchase and such.
Sure.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So experience, you'll get a lot for how simple that battle was.
Really?
Yeah, those riders were actually worth a fair bit. They just got stuck up in the wonderful black tentacles and didn't get to do it.
I didn't even kill my guy.
Actually, this is pretty cool. There's 4 of you. There's 4 of them of the same XP, so you guys just get 6,400 XP each.
6,400. That puts us at 187,579.
Does that
Sounds
sound
alright.
appropriate?
I haven't got my calculator on hand.
Since I was not a part of that experience, I did not get the points, do I?
Oh, yeah, you'll be at the same experience. It's easy. I'm not going to level separately.
So what
Christ, that's a big
we
pain in
were
the ass.
on. What were we on?
181179.
Is that what we're on now, or is that what we
No,
were?
we're now 187579.
And we need to hit 220,000 for next level.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. My amount wasn't current to it.
220,000. It seems like a long way.
It won't be that long. That was just one encounter
Next,
of the day.
next week. We'll get it next week, right?
Next week.
Next week is going to be filled with finishing shopping, role-playing your whatever you do in Magnamar, and we'll see how much experience you get.
Heather, you know when you have to use the fact that you are going out with our GM, can you try and wrangle us some extra XP?
I will see what I can do, Lindsay. I will take one for the team.
Good girl. See, the only reason I'm here is
Heather,
like
Heather
I
will
want
be
to sleep
here
with
next week.
She what?
Heather will be here
Ooh.
next week.
I
Yeah, the
know.
next time you see me, I'll be in Canada.
Just be with him. Huh?
I know.
We'll have to figure up a setup, because unfortunately, I think we're going to both try to record from the same mic, because I don't
makes
have the
sense.
spare computers to do the two-room setup you guys do.
Are you using a snowball?
I am using a snowball, and that's,
Should be
again...
fine. Is it one of the larger ones that do?
Yeah, it's good. It's
It's
good.
the one with the switch on the back.
Yeah.
You should be able to set it so that it has a wider field. So you should be able to get both of you easily.
I think its regular setting is good, because it doesn't need to be... The other setting is omnidirectional. I don't want that.
Right. No, yeah, it's
Um,
true. You don't want omnidirectional.
No, I think if we just position it between the middle of us, it's just the only thing then will be I'll need to have like a little side thing where I have my GM view away from her so she doesn't see things.
We'll
Right.
before we game that for that session, I think we should probably do like a test session of like a chat or something to make sure that we've got all of the tech stuff
Mm-hmm.
kind of working and stuff all like.
I keep thinking.
Considering
I keep thinking we should try Twitch at some point, but it seems like very technically advanced for us.
What is Twitch?
If I had
Twitch
the
is
computer
a-
I felt was capable of it and the internet, I would try and set up the
It's
Twitch.
the net connection that's the problem for us down here. The computer can run it. It's the net connection, which is a sack of shit.
I'm planning to just upgrade to the next step while Heather's down here because again we'll still kind of technically be using two computers
It's the next
doing
step.
the Roll20 and stuff. Yeah, there's things.
my laptop and his laptop.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we have experience given out. You guys are in Magmar, you're on your quest, you're a little uneasy with your new companion, but hopefully that'll get resolved.
Yes, we
Well,
are.
at least some of you are. Alex is happy to have a new person to chatter at.
Well, once she buys a few rounds of drinks at the tavern, probably,
She knows too much about the rest of you. This is a new person entrenched in a culture she hasn't experienced. Who is very lovely.
Oh,
Oh.
you guys are gross.
Wow, wow.
Lesbians.
How were we ever like that?
I don't know, sweetie.
Are we like that now?
Yes.
Careful, you'll say that, and then Pencil Monkey will go to World's Largest Dungeon and find some sappy thing you two have said to each other or something.
I posted something like semi-sappy on Facebook the other day, like on his page. It was just something ridiculous that it was like vaguely nice, and I had to put probably on it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to come across like too nice because people would freak out. Because I find it really difficult to show like I'm not really like, oh my god, I love Hal, I love him all the time. Let's do all this.
How long have we been married, sweetie?
And then
11 years. Hal, we've been married 11 years.
I know.
Dude.
All right, so shall we
We
say
haven't killed
goodbye?
each other yet.
Goodbye to the listeners.
that is a good sign.
Say
Yes.
goodbye, all.
Goodbye, all.